just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
WKGN 1340. Go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith, punching the time clock, 3:03 on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. It's hot out there. Spent a lot of time outside today. It was my son's last elementary school field day. Got to go partake in some of that. Brought back a lot of memories of field days of yore growing up.
There's nothing like your glory days at field day, is there?
No.
The three-legged race.
Well, I'm telling you, man, like, kind of going through it right now, Bear. Bob, to be honest, Walker Smith has the day off.
Talk to me.
Is that why you're going through it? Is Walker has the day off?
Yes.
It says yes, man.
I miss him. I miss him so. No, man, it's my daughter's last week of high school. Yep. She graduates on Saturday, which I've been telling everybody this week, like, I don't know. I know it's just the biggest cliche of all time. Oh, life goes by so fast. And we talk about that. And I brought her home. Like, it feels like 2 years ago. and she's a grown young woman. And now it's elementary school will no longer be a part of my life, like field day going up there.
Now you're a middle school dad now.
Yeah, man.
Welcome to hell.
Well, I've been through it once with the young girl.
It's not the same.
So it's not the same with boys?
No.
Bob, did you notice a difference between boy and girl in middle school?
Well, mine was a little different because for my daughter, she was going through middle school during COVID, which was just
mine too.
Horrible, from the standpoint of
because they're in the same grade. Was it sixth grade or seventh grade year that happened?
I think it was sixth.
I think so too.
Yeah, and so I mean,
it's been 6 years.
Because here's my theory on that middle school age: is boy or girl, those kids are deep down they're terrified. They're trying to find their identity and everything else, and so
I was going to say feral, but
feral. Okay.
I mean, boy, I've always found middle school age boys to be just complete idiots.
Yeah. But so I think that you just got to brace yourself for that. You've been through it once already, but yeah, I think with boys, it'll hit a little different.
I'm not like he'll be fine, man. He'll get through it, but sending an 18-year-old girl off into the world.
Oh yeah.
That's, yeah.
You two are both
you talk about middle school boys being terrified. How about middle-aged dads?
Yeah.
That just ain't right.
Well, for me, it's the difference is for me. You've still got one. My daughter who's graduating this weekend as well. She's it. We're done. We're about you're
retiring as parenthood.
Yeah, the marathon, it never ends.
Sure,
but a big portion of the marathon has been run. We've got our older one off and launched, doing pretty well. But now the next one, and so you've got that. it hasn't, I don't think it's hit me yet. It's been kind of nice, not those last couple of days having to get up and do the early school drill and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
there'll be those moments when you got to, like for us, our daughter's going to school out of state. So when we're dropping her off, it's goodbye for a while.
Yeah, that's tough. Mine's sticking around, so I don't have that. But I've always heard that dropping the kid off at college
ride home
is very abrupt.
Yeah, because my son went to school in Orlando as well, and so same deal. I thought I'd be fine, and then when we were driving off, it's like, oh man,
because there is part of you that's like, some parents probably don't want to admit this, but there's part of you that's like, all right, it's somebody else's problem now. Like, and we have all this time now for just me and the missus. It's going to be quiet. We're going to be able to go on trips and stuff, but you do get used over the course of 18 years to hearing those voices in your house and living that way, and then it ends.
Yeah. Then you have to, I'm crossing this barrier right now where you realize that you really can't tell them what to do anymore.
Yeah, that's tough.
You can only give, advice and suggestions.
It's true.
So when you get 5 speed alerts while they're on the way to Florida over the weekend,
go.
It'll be okay, buddy.
Driving warp speed.
Go. What are we going to do? There's just 3 old guys on the radio now.
I'll compound it. We also have a dog that's in its.
Oh my God!
It's
dog's
in his twilight years.
Dog's gonna die.
Probably in the next year.
It's awful. It's terrible. Oh man. Yep. Just a couple old dudes with grown-up kids now, I guess. I remember thinking, like, when
got ball rust.
When my parents were like in their late 40s and I was in high school, I remember thinking they were so old.
Yeah, no.
And now, like, I'm that age, and in my dumbass dude head, like, I'm still like 25, 26.
Yeah.
Go hang out with the fellas.
It's still 2002.
Right?
Yeah. That's exactly right.
I mean, I'm not military age technically. I guess I'd be after the draft, but like if I had to go put on for my country, like I guess I could.
Oh, I'm not.
You're not?
I couldn't. I don't think.
Well, I mean, the question for you would be which country? I mean, your country technically is at war, Bear. Are you still getting those news reports of? Oh yes, we gained 5 acres of land in Crimea today.
Because again,
the Donbass province is ours, I tell you.
Actually, Ukrainian, but the facts have never mattered to you.
I mean, that's it. I mean, Ukraine belongs to Mother Russia.
No, it does.
You're ready to be liberated once again and absorbed into the motherland. Oh man, yeah, field day was fun. We should have. You know what? It hit me today. We should have fan run field day.
I feel like we would have to, like at a high school football game, we'd have to have an ambulance parked at the edge of the field.
We have the sack race,
Life Star,
tug of war. I loved tug of war, man. That was the best, wasn't it?
I mean, we just tie a rope around baby Huey that's not here today, and ain't nobody moving that kid.
I feel like the drive would be good at tug of war.
Yeah. There's a mountain over here next to me.
I mean, we're all big fellers. We're all in, we hit the gym. We do enough.
True. I don't.
I mean, we don't, you're not going to be grabbing the rope. I mean, who?
I'm stronger. I'm the strongest person on this show.
I mean, jump in here, big boy, then. Grab the end of that rope and yank on it.
All right.
You going to be in the water balloon toss?
Yeah. Or the egg toss. They still do that.
Or you got the egg and spoon relay.
I was always pretty good at that. I don't know anymore, though. My hands shake. So
egg toss is fun. I remember we did that in summer once. And
I'd always get
being one of the last.
Being somebody with
Oh, stop. Stop.
What I did.
I wanted to win. I'm a competitor over here, man. I want to win. I like being with the 1 or 2 last going, and you got a pretty good distance between you. You're chucking that thing, but softly.
You catch it.
Nice.
Your hands going
down.
down.
You got to run up and then like run behind and do that rock the baby kind of thing. Woo. Yeah, I feel like I could do pretty good at that.
What was your field day sport, Bob? What'd you excel at?
I'm just trying to think, man.
Did they have field day up there at Indianapolis?
We didn't really. No, we didn't. To be
man,
honest
that's a
with
shame.
you.
Field day was the best.
God, summer
Outside all day.
Summer was here.
Yeah.
On field day. That's when you really got it. Especially a day like today. It's kind of hot. So where'd they have it?
They actually had it at the practice field behind Catholic High School, which was really nice.
The practice field?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It's turf, artificial turf, and it's so spongy. Like I don't think you could ever have a knee injury on that stuff. It is so spongy. It's like walking on a cloud.
Probably have less head injuries. I'd be willing to bet knee injuries. Probably not much different.
Right in the shades of the Butch Bowl.
That's Blaine Stadium, Russ, not the Butch Bowl.
I stopped by. I mean, I sent you the picture. It says it's clearly labeled. The Butch Bowl. It's on my Twitter if you need to go see it. Need a reminder.
So you got one of your little minions.
The house that Butch built always makes me hungry for a bowl of Barb's chip dip. Every time I go by there, I think of the master.
Wasn't that just Rotel cheese dip with ground beef in it? Isn't that what we finally figured out? You remember that?
It's critical.
I never had it. I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing it's pretty
they
good.
acted like it was like
sweet nectar of the gods.
Yeah.
Be kind.
Be kind. Butch's wife off limits here on the drive. So what do we got going on here this afternoon? Probably the last Tennessee baseball game at Lindsey Nelson Stadium for the season.
Or is it?
Oh, there'd have to be a miracle run, man.
Sweep Oklahoma and make it till Saturday down there. I bet
that would leave us at what, 16-14?
Yes.
Every time we have talked about sweeping a future opponent,
oh God,
we've always fallen on our face.
Yeah.
All right, then let's not do it.
Yeah, because Kentucky, we talked about that, right?
Yeah, we've done it several times. I think LSU was talked about.
It's always the garbage teams too.
Missouri definitely is like we have to sweep, and then we lost the Friday night game.
That font of positivity, Brett Hollander, he was even saying in the Kentucky series, we're going to sweep. I can feel it.
Hulk.
You doing, Brett?
What a dullard.
Well, I was there. I thought the same thing, man. I thought it was definitely within reach. I was like, oh, we're winning the series. What about a sweep?
Well, let's just see if we can navigate the midweek minefield successfully again, because that is the one, knock on wood, the one thing that hasn't hit us yet this year. So take care of Belmont, get that win, and then let's see if we can put together a win on Thursday. It's another Thursday through Saturday series in Oklahoma City. And, you
got to win these first games, man.
Yep.
Even during regular season and especially once it comes to postseason. You don't want to get behind.
If you missed Ross Kivett on the show yesterday, he did tell us that Landon Mack played catch yesterday.
Okay. So we're not dealing with like a potential UCL or.
Well,
we don't know.
We don't know. That's all. I'm telling you what he said. He said he played catch. And he didn't even say yesterday, because I went back and listened. I wanted to see exactly what he said. I asked him, any update on Landon Mack's status, or is he day-to-day? And he said, well, he played catch. And then he said, it's a mixture between doing what's best for him, and obviously it's the end of the season. So that's all he said. He played catch. Now, did that happen like Friday? And then they said, I don't know. I don't know. He didn't give a time. My assumption is, off the conversation, that he played catch yesterday.
That was my take.
Yes.
When I was like, okay, that's encouraging.
Yeah. If he had a shredded elbow or a rotator cuff or something like that,
he thought that anything
he wouldn't be playing catch.
No.
So that to me says he's testing it out, doing the least physically strenuous throwing activity you can to see how he responds from that. And then Ross went on to say, that's step one of several steps. Obviously, you have to throw a bullpen, and then you have to recover, and then you have to whatever. So we'll see if he does that. And my guess is that you wouldn't see him until Saturday if he does pitch this weekend. But it might be one of those things, too, where it's like you just err on the side of caution. Maybe it depends on what happens those first two games.
Yeah.
Because the The narrative we've heard was 13 games, you're on the bubble, 14 games, you're in, and we're at 14 now, right? Or no, we're 13?
13. We need one at least,
Yeah.
I'd say, to make it leave no doubt.
Mm-hmm. If you were to win both Thursday and Friday, my guess is you would not see him Saturday.
Correct.
And just give him the extra time, and maybe even with an eye towards him getting a start next week in Hoover and see how that goes. And if it goes well, then he pitches the next week as well, obviously. So there's, I don't know. I'm doing Elander's thinking for him here, which is probably not wise, but here we are. So that's the baseball front this afternoon. The other big story today, Ole Miss.
Wow.
When Pete Golding went to bed Sunday, do you think he was just like, all right, it's just going to be a quiet week. We'll do a little recruiting. Guys are out on break, whatever's going on, finishing up the semester finals and stuff. Then he gets blindsided by St. Lane yesterday. And then he wakes up today and he's got Sark down there in Texas taking a shot.
Just
at
came
his
up from underneath
program.
the ring and just scratched his eyes.
I mean, good Lord. Pete Golding, welcome to the big time, son. You're an SEC head coach now. We'll talk about it when we continue. Our old pal, Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com, joins the fray. A lot to talk about with him. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Drive. It's Fan Run Radio. Back with more right after this.
The Drive. 105.7 FM. 1340.
for the show this afternoon, and pleased to be joined now by our good pal Ryan Shumpert of RockyTopInsider.com. Good afternoon, Shump. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
Hey, man, we're doing very well. Thank you for jumping on board with us this afternoon. Ryan, what was your go-to event in field day when you were but a wee lad?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe the sack race. That's kind of the first one that comes to mind. But I was talking to my nieces in kindergarten, so she's doing it or did it last time for the first week, and was kind of talking about it with her. Field day is the best day, and in the elementary school year, field day is the very best day of the year. It's better than the last day of school. It's better than the last day before Christmas break. Field day, the very best day of the elementary school year.
That's where you can become a legend.
Oh yeah,
on field
absolutely.
Day.
Yep,
a legend.
So my wife was telling me that some of the fifth grade, you'll love this, Bear. She said that she found out this is not my son's elementary, but another elementary school. My wife's in middle schools. She said that the teachers at such and such elementary, the fifth grade teachers, scout the younger grades so that they can recruit the best athletes into their fifth grade classes so that they can dominate field day.
They make no apologies for winning.
How about that? Yeah.
Or aiming
always be recruiting.
Yeah.
ABC is right there.
I said, what do they get if your class wins field day? Do you get like a day off or something? A bonus?
No,
I don't know.
You get the dub.
It's just
it's purest
pride.
essence. Yes.
Okay.
It's field day, man.
Well, Tennessee had a couple of field days against Texas last week. Getting that series dub, Shump, what does that do for Josh Elander? You know, there's a series that most people expected Tennessee to drop. Confidence was not high going in, but the Vols get a couple of wins and feeling good coming out.
I wasn't confident. Let's put it that way.
No.
Yeah, no doubt. I think the sample size is almost large enough now that it's like you look at it, Texas, Mississippi State, Alabama, even the Georgia series. I mean, Georgia ran away with the SEC title, and it's like by far Tennessee's, well, it's up there Ole Miss in there too. But if you look at the standings, those are the four best teams Tennessee's played in the SEC this year, and those are the four best series they've played, no doubt. So, I don't know exactly what to make of it, but it does show you when this team is good and clicking that it can play with at least anybody in this conference. That's typically the case. You can typically play with anybody in the country. It does feel like a couple ACC teams and UCLA are maybe the very top of the field this year, but it's interesting of what to make of it. And the one thing I will say is I do feel like this Tennessee offense has truly turned the corner. I mean, they're not what they were in 22 or 24 or anything like that, but it's not the group that it was 8 weeks ago either, where you felt like scoring 4 runs in a game might be a challenge for them. They've improved a lot over the course of this season, and I do think is at least one of the strengths of this team as we get close to postseason.
Okay, hear me out, Ryan. We were just talking about this yesterday and a little bit today, and you just touched on it as well. It feels like we rise to the level of the competition. I was sitting here a couple of weeks ago saying with Kentucky, for sure, it's been a house of horrors, but I feel good. We're going to win that series. Heck, we might even sweep. And we saw what happened. Oklahoma, this one matters, man. It's obviously important to them. It's important to our guys, and they're good. Oklahoma's a good program. So, hey, the way the stars align, just what you talked about, the resume of who they've risen above and taken care of in conference, easy peasy, man. We're going to win the series. Am I right or no?
Well, I think Landon Mack's availability is a huge question.
Yep.
I mean, that was the very, very serious dark cloud on what was an otherwise great weekend for Tennessee. Is you just have this arm soreness thing pop up, and I don't think it's overly serious, but anytime you hear arm soreness, like that's a cause for concern, especially this time of year when there's just not a whole lot of time for him to get right. And you just very quickly saw how Tennessee just cannot afford an injury to one of its top pitchers because the depth of its pitching staff, as we've known, is just very, very poor. So, I think that's amplified by the fact that, Cam Appenzeller just has not been the same guy over the last month that he was the first month of SEC play. So as it pertains to this weekend against Oklahoma, if Landon Mack can't throw, it would be dramatic to say Tennessee's going to be punting on one of the games, but I certainly am not going to like Tennessee's chances in the third game of the series if Landon Mack can't go. And, more than anything, 13 should be good for Tennessee, but you really want to get to 14 SEC wins to feel definitively safe. So I could see Tennessee being real aggressive, on a Friday night if they got in the lead after a Tegan Kuhn's good start or something like that. And seeing really Tennessee play to win one game, maybe more so than to win the entire series like you would in a conventional SEC weekend.
Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com with us this afternoon. Shump, it's interesting how things change over the course of a long baseball season. It felt like early in the season, Tennessee's starting pitching and Appenzell and Arvidsson out of the bullpen was really carrying the team as the offense languished. Now the end of the year, obviously Kuhn's is still pitching well, and I think Evan Blanco, but bullpen pieces have dropped off. Obviously, the Landon Mack injury is big, but the offense feels like it's turned a bit of a corner, and guys are starting to hit right now. Do you think that it's a little bit evened out between the pitching and the hitting as we head into postseason play?
Yeah, no doubt. If anything, I think it's flipped to a certain degree. Just because, the kind of like what we said, the pitching. Some days the pitching's going to be good because there are some really talented arms, but there's just not enough of them to carry you through a regional format or an SEC tournament format or something like that. And this offense, really without any true stars, it doesn't feel like there's anybody that is just a bat that you opposing teams would be terrified of in the middle of the lineup. But Trent Grindlinger has shown that, his success is sustained enough that it's no fluke. Reese Chapman's having the best year of his career. Blake Grimmer's been pretty dang consistent. You know what you're going to get from Garrett Wright at the top. And, Henry Ford, Blaine Brown's still a little bit more streaky than you'd like, but certainly very talented hitters when they have it going. And, Levi Clark, it's crazy how good he's been in SEC play combined to how much he struggled in the pre-conference slate. And his overall numbers still don't look great, but his SEC numbers are as good as any hitter on Tennessee's team. So there's just been 5, 6, 7 pieces in this lineup that have been pretty darn solid most weekends over the last month. And, even the guys at the end, I don't mention the Manny Marin or Stone Lawless. It's Jay Abernathy's in the lineup. It's not like those guys are complete slouches either. So it feels like they've found their rhythm, and they're kind of now the offense that Josh Elander was telling us for months that they had the potential to be. And we've seen it for a long enough time now that it does kind of feel like that, it wasn't just a one fluke weekend where they were looking good. They've been pretty solid for outside that Kentucky series ever since they went down to Starkville and got the sweep.
Let's talk about Grindlinger for a second. Joe Doyle from what's he do? The Overslot podcast.
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Pipeline?
Yeah. Did you see this? Did you see the stat on Grindlinger that he had? He said there's only currently just one hitter in all of college baseball with an overall whiff rate under 15% and a hard hit rate north of 60%. That would be Tennessee freshman Trent Grindlinger. My question to you is, we know he's good, obviously, but Doyle says here that Trent is draft eligible in 2027. Is that legit? I mean, I thought he would have another couple of years here.
Yeah, well, you either have to be in college 3 years or be 21 by the day of the draft. So he'll be 21. So, it's a bummer for Tennessee, but I would, anyone that gets too down, I would say that's a big part of the reason Tennessee got him to campus, is that he was only going to have to spend 2 years in college before going to professional baseball. A bummer, but a win that they got him at all. And we'll see if they have as much luck with his brother, who is equally, probably even more highly touted, but another really, really talented kid who right now projects as a first-round pick this summer.
Shump, I'm looking at some projections here for the NCAA tournament. You got to love college baseball bracketology. But I see 2 projections, Baseball America and USA Today. Both have the Vols as a 2 seed in the North Carolina regional, which would be interesting. And then on 3 has Tennessee as a 2 seed, the number 26 overall seed in the tournament in the Southern Miss regional. Your thoughts on a return trip to Hattiesburg, potentially?
Oh, man. I mean, it'd be better for the team than going to Chapel Hill or Atlanta. So, I guess I won't be selfish here. But, if I'm looking at things selfishly, I don't necessarily envy or not necessarily longing for a return trip to Hattiesburg. But we'll see. And it's interesting this year. I mean, you mentioned overall seed aspect. This is the first year that the 2 seeds are seeded 2, and it's not a 1-to-1. It's not like one matches up with, what would that math be, 32? But it's kind of like quadrants 1 through 4. So 1 through 4 has to go with 29, or I guess that would be, 29 to 32. So it is a little bit more fitting seeding and not just regional seeding this year. So you can do yourself more favors. Well, hosting still seems unlikely for Tennessee. If they can rise up the 2 line, that would help them get a little bit better draw.
We kind of buried the lead here, but Friday night, Tegan Kuhn's. Where's that rank for you? You've spent your time covering this program. Where's that rank for you in terms of one of the more dominant performances in Tennessee baseball history?
Well, I'll give you guys credit. Y'all are impacting the conversation on the Diamond Pass podcast with Jack Foster and myself, because I know you guys asked this to Jack yesterday, and we discussed it on the podcast. And, a kind of thing that I said was, when you're looking at how good a start is or how dominant an outing is, you look at the opponent, the overall stats, the dominance with the strikeouts, the feel of the game. Was it a close game? What time of the season? And he checks basically all those boxes. Tennessee against a top 5 opponent, a series Tennessee was huge for them to win. He went deep into the game. He didn't give up a run. He struck out 15. I can't hardly think of any other starts that check as many of those boxes as his did. Garrett Stallings had 2 great ones back in 29 in complete game or in 2019 in complete game shutouts against Georgia and Ole Miss that were huge. But he never had just the dominant stuff that Tegan Kuhn's has, and certainly Liam Doyle was dominated against A&M last year. But the game Tennessee won big, and I think he only went 6 innings in. Xander was incredible so many times, but those were a little bit shorter outings, and certainly the strikeout numbers weren't there. So there's many ways, I guess, of what you would value the best start. But when you kind of look at those boxes of what would make a start dominant or the best one you've seen, Tegan really checks just about all of them outside of it, I guess being a postseason game.
Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com with us here this afternoon on Fan Run Radio. Russell and Bob with you. Bear through the glass this afternoon, and now we enter another fun off season. Did you ever think, Ryan, when you went to UT, right? Through an off season where the basketball team gets so much more publicity and excitement than the football team, because I've been here since 1985. I never thought I'd see the day, but that's where we are.
Yeah, and interestingly, it's not like the football team's in a terrible spot. Like, I'm not probably super high on them going into next season, but I would look, the one that comes to mind would have been my freshman year, would have been the fall of 2018 and the spring of 2019. And it was like that year's kind of one where it was Jeremy Pruitt's first year, but team wasn't going to be any good. And Tennessee had the core of Grant Williams and Admiral Schofield back and was a preseason top 10 team. And but the football team's going to be better than Jeremy 2018. So it is really interesting, the dynamic, and I guess, spoiled by success of the success of the Josh Heupel era a little bit, where a little less, 7-5, 8-4 doesn't sound so good, where it would have sounded pretty darn good in 2018. But no, it's definitely a really interesting dynamic, and shows, I think probably says more about where the basketball program's at and the excitement around that than it does the football program.
Yeah, we finally lost out on a target with Favor eBay this past weekend, committing to Virginia, and then you and I were exchanging texts because we were both hearing of a potential other target for Tennessee, and lo and behold, the minute we're notified of it, we're searching, and what the guy commits to Stanford. So we got that one spot left. It presumably you would think they're pursuing a big. It just feels like there's still some players out there, but it's definitely a different vibe now than it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and you look at it. I was looking at the Evan Miyakawa rankings on, I think this may probably Saturday. It's probably after eBay committed to Virginia, and it's like the 4th best center transfer left on his board is James Ananji, who is the G League guy who went to Baylor and was truly terrible last year. So there are a couple bodies left, big man bodies left, and probably a couple power forwards that are better than that too. But it's slim pickings out there right now, and I think we'll see if Tennessee goes down the road with maybe a JUCO name or some of these less popular names that are still in the portal, or kind of do what they did last year at that 2-guard spot when they ended up letting Ethan Berg. Just looking at what's out there in the international market, and maybe I definitely think the quality of player is better over there, but probably the price point to get a quality player over here might be a little bit more expensive.
I got to ask you, were you familiar with this guy Kentucky got in the last couple of days, this Frank Kepnang guy from Washington? I was not.
No, not until he committed and did some reading. I think this will be his 7th year, had a bunch of injuries, but no, was not very familiar with him before.
No, and I mean, I talked to some friends who are Kentucky fans, and they're so frustrated. It's like, can we not go after a guy that's, healthy? Because this guy's got a history of injuries. I think he was granted eligibility today, as a matter of fact. So I guess he's going to be a Wildcat, but again, we miss out on one so far, and I'd say that sums up so far a pretty profitable portal season for Tennessee.
Yeah, and even with eBay, I do think it's a guy Tennessee wanted, but this was talking to some people last week before he did commit, so not really a sour grapes deal or anything like that. And
yeah,
there was a lot of healthy skepticism that he was going to be able to help the team much next year. Very, very raw. A lot of areas to grow with. Just understanding how hard you have to play, the motor, getting into better playing shape. And, I think one of the lines that was said to me at one point was, at the very least, he'd be a good practice squad player for us if we're able to get him. So, I don't think he was anything more than a depth piece with maybe a down the road higher ceiling.
What do you make of Lane Kiffin and Sark ganging up on poor old Pete Golding, just minding his own business, trying to jumpstart a head coaching career in the big-time rough and tumble world of college football, and all of a sudden he's just getting it from all sides this week?
Yeah, I mean, the Sark thing, you talk about coming out of nowhere. Yeah, I mean, the Lane Kiffin thing, look, I just roll my eyes at, that just had no bearings. What he's saying could be true. I don't know. It had zero bearings on his decision to leave Ole Miss for LSU. Yeah. So to bring it up and act like it did just feels to me a little poor form to take a shot at your old school like that, and certainly a history that they constantly battle and try to distance themselves from. And I live in Mississippi. I haven't covered Ole Miss. I don't know how much of that is still prevalent or not, but I certainly don't think it had any impact on Lane Kiffin's decision. So I saw that as poor form for him to take that type of shot at him. Not even necessarily on the way out a couple months after leaving.
Spring meetings are going to be interesting, I think. Because then I saw earlier, Summerall chimes in on social media about, I think he was actually defending Ole Miss and Golding a little bit somehow.
I just thought that had the air of hey, can I get in on this publicity? Look at me. I'm John Summerall, Florida. We still matter.
Like Butch did back in the day?
Yes, very much. Very butchy.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Be kind.
It's just my thought, my read on the situation anyway.
Yeah.
All right, Shump, good stuff, my man. Anything else? What are you working on this week over at RTI?
Yeah, plenty of Tennessee baseball stuff, getting ready for the end of the regular season, and then monitoring some basketball stuff as well. I said from over the weekend, some superlative story on Tennessee's transfer portal haul, kind of looking at what all they got and who fits where, and hoping to have another piece a little bit later in the week, looking at it from a more analytical standpoint of everything they did. So putting a bow on some of the basketball stuff, and certainly baseball season about to get ratcheted up to another level with Hoover and then the NCAA tournament. So plenty of stuff there. And then obviously anything football recruiting that pops up, we'll have you covered as well over at RockyTopInsider.com.
Hey, real quick on the basketball thing, because I know you just alluded to it. The measurables on Nate Ament came out yesterday, and I know it's just a guy reaching and doing some other stuff, but boy, when you saw that, you saw what Jonathan Givney thought of it, and it's like, yeah, seems like Nate's camp probably knew what they were doing because it sounds more and more like he could end up being in the top 10 in this draft.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the buzz once we fully get out of the NBA Combine is. But when you compare, his height, what it was listed at Tennessee, it was, very close to what it actually was. And it's been funny looking at some of those this week. I think Amari Allen at Alabama was my favorite. I think Alabama listed him at 6'8", and he came in at just a little bit over 6'5". A pretty good difference. He's got the high hair though, so maybe they were Alabama was including the hair in those measurements. So it's been funny to see how illegitimate some of the heights people have been listed at are, and certainly Nate's was pretty darn close to what he was listed at Tennessee this past year.
And there I was feeling good about Nate's standing reach numbers, and then they showed a day Mara's metrics. My God, man, he's like 9'4" standing reach or something insane. I mean, that guy, some mock drafts now are saying he might end up going like 5 or 6 in the lottery.
Yeah, I think, it's fitting with Nate too. It might have been Michigan's first bucket of the game. Like they got a switch with Nate on him. And
yes, that's right.
It felt like he was like, granted he was on the other side of the court of where I was sitting. It felt like he was like 9 feet from the goal, and he does a drop step and dunks it.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my gosh, this guy's a different level. And yeah, he was a guy. I remember watching him at UCLA because they, Tennessee played him in the tournament, and I remember watching that UCLA Utah State game and being like, how in the world is this guy's numbers not better than they've been this year? Because he's pretty unbelievable to watch. And one more year of development, maybe putting a little bit better system and situation at Michigan, and you saw all that talent that had me my jaw dropping a couple years ago.
Yep.
Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com. Thanks, man.
Yeah, appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you, Ryan.
Ryan Shumpert, RTI, getting it done this afternoon here on Fan Run Radio. A lot to unpack there. We will continue the conversation as Steve Sarkisian. Golding had just gotten up on one knee. It's like, spitting out a tooth or something. And all right, get up and keep walking here. Then Sark just comes up behind him with a 2x4.
I was going to say Sark comes in with the chair.
Yeah.
Smashes it over him.
We will let you know exactly what Steve Sarkisian had to say about Ole Miss when we continue. If you want to jump in, go ahead and give us a ring. 865-966-3435 is your phone number. It's 966-3435. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive, East Tennessee Sports Authority.
so much for being along for the ride today. I'm Russell Smith alongside Bob Baskerville and Bear, taking your phone calls at 865-966-3435, 966-3435. Yeah, hard to believe that tonight will most likely be the last game at newly refurbished Lindsey Nelson Stadium. You know, I caught myself watching those games, Bob. It felt like Friday night and Saturday were the first times all year, the only times really, that Lindsey Nelson truly felt like a home field advantage. It felt like it was getting rowdy in there. And, of course, offense makes people rowdy. Like that's, you know, pitching duels are fun, but people like to see home runs and runs scored and stuff like that. And I don't know. It's just kind of a shame because you kind of assumed once we dropped the curtain on this beautiful new ballpark that we have that really the crowning would be obviously a regional, which we've just become accustomed to hosting.
Yeah.
And hopefully a super regional.
No, you're right. It feels to me like it just blew by too. I mean, I've been able to go to a couple of games each of the past couple seasons, and I didn't make one of them this year.
Oh, you haven't been in?
No.
Oh,
no,
man.
I mean, I went on the tour with you before the season started, so I've seen the place, but not with a crowd in there and everything else. So it kind of bums me out. It's been a very, very busy spring. But yeah, it just feels like it's hard to believe that it's wrapping up tonight, more than likely.
Last chance to get down there as Tennessee takes on Belmont. We'll have updates on that a little bit later at the lineup and all that good stuff. I mentioned to Shump the projections for the NCAA tournament. And, yeah, so On3 has Tennessee as the number 26 overall seed going to play Southern Miss. We would play NC State would be the third team there. And then I'm not sure who the fourth team is, but you would assume Southern Miss would take care of them, and you would play Southern Miss in the second game. But I don't know a ton about NC State other than Dalton Bargo plays for them.
Right.
You wish we'd held on to Bargo?
You know what? I mean, he wasn't any more or less productive than any of the major bats that we've had this year. I mean, he's
a culture guy.
I'm less. I'll tell you the one it just wasn't meant to be, though. I wish we could have hung on to Dylan Loy. That was the one. Although
how's he done this year?
I don't know. He's pitched a lot. I know that, but I haven't checked his stats. But
where did he end up?
Georgia Tech. Good team. And that wasn't meant to be because he wanted to be a starter, and at the time Tony wasn't seeing it.
Yeah.
But now we look back, it's like, oh man,
he could have been our Sunday starter.
Yeah.
Could have used him. Let's see. BaseballReference.com has him with a 3-1 record, a 3.38 ERA. He's appeared in 16 games, 5 starts, 40 innings pitched. So, I mean, he's pitched a lot more than he ever did here. He pitched 34 innings for us last year. Yeah, I mean, a 1.225 whip. That's pretty darn good, Bob.
Yeah.
Now, you are playing in the ACC, which does have a couple of really good teams, but y'all's, I feel like it's probably very top heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know that for sure, but I feel like that's the case. But yeah, just looking at those numbers, it feels like we could have used him. Experienced lefty arm in there.
Yep.
I bet you if they had that one to do over, if Elander had it to do over again, it was Tony's decision at the time.
Yep.
They would have found something for him. But again, he wanted to be a starter. And at the time, I don't know that we could have promised him that.
No, I think that's what I was saying. I feel like it wasn't meant to be for those reasons. He was pretty much that was his demand. Like he wanted to be in the starting rotation. GBO Kyle Beach also mentioned Michael Sharman.
Yeah.
Who transferred to Clemson, and he's been a starter for them.
Sharman.
I mean,
I like our starters.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's just I think maybe I'm feeling a little triggered with the fact of we don't know what's going to happen with Mack now.
Well, even with him in the fold, we were light on pitching.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, our bullpens. Whew,
you thought that was kind of going to be a strength coming into the season. You thought that
had all these arms,
yeah,
and all these expectations, and And Appy started out hot, and now he's
not to pile on guys that are out there trying their hardest, doing their best to win for themselves in the school, but Frederick and Krenzel.
Oh, Bob went all in on Krenzel yesterday.
Yeah, being like you just can't depend on them.
No, I don't want to see him on the mound again. That's what I said.
That's what he said yesterday.
And even Bo Rudy, I mean, I know Kiv said yesterday on the air, it's like, yeah, we just got to get to Bo, and it's like, yeah, I guess like he's been okay. I mean, he did give up the grand slam. It's Rudy is one of those guys like you can bring in, and I feel like he can get an out or two, or maybe even go a full inning. But if you leave him out there to face more than 4 or 5 guys, eventually somebody's going to hit it a long way.
Absolutely.
Who's been the, like, out of the transfers we've brought in pitching wise? It's kind of a leading question, but who do we think's been the bigger disappointment? Is it Frederick? Is it Hindi? Hindi really hasn't done much either.
No.
I think they were expecting a lot more from those guys.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely Frederick.
Yeah.
I think that's where we really miss Frank.
Working with those bullpen guys.
Yeah. Yeah. And honest to God, I think just beyond the pitching staff, almost as much as Vitello, Frank kind of brought an edge.
Yes.
A toughness. And
new guy doesn't have that edge when he
that
walks
swag
out there.
and that, like, the old guy's is ready to fight at a moment's notice. We got to be too. And, so, but I saw San Francisco had a big win last night. I saw a celebration that made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's those guys. There's a whole John Boy put it out. They've been doing that. Outfield's been doing variations of a celebration after every win, and those don't come often for San Francisco, but they're a little creepy, I got to tell you. And Drew Gilbert's the centerpiece of it.
I'm sure he dreamed it up.
Didn't Vitello say when he left, I'm sure you've heard that I'm going to go babysit Drew Gilbert?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, babysitter. You need to instill a little discipline there. That guy's weird.
It's beyond the hands over the face thing when they'd hit double. Although one of our guys almost did that on Sunday, did a variation on it.
Well, they showed some of, like I said, John Boy showed some of the other ones, and he kissed one of the outfielders on the cheek when they all gathered in center field at the end of a victory. So, yeah,
what the hell's going on here, Russ?
Yeah, it's is that a win in Rome type of vibe that's going on out there with the Giants? I don't know.
Which you can't picture Joe DiMaggio giving his right fielder a little peck on the cheek after a big win in Yankee Stadium.
Well, that happened, but then the one we saw last night was a little much. That was, that was.
I don't know what was going on
night at
there,
the Roxbury stuff going on there
with each other.
Yeah.
You don't think Henry Aaron would go over there and
no
try and dry hump his third baseman's leg after a big win?
No.
Quick timeout. I guess I got to cobble together the top 4 at 4.
No problem.
Walker Smith, the day off. We'll do that for you when we continue. Open lines the rest of the way, 865-966-3435. Go ahead and take your shot. We'll be back. More Fan Run Radio coming up. Brought to you this afternoon by our friends at ECR Total Landscapes. Gave out some erroneous information.
We did?
In hour number one, I think I said the game starts at 6:30 tonight, talking about UT baseball. Game actually starts at 5 p.m.
Oof.
Here in about an hour against the Bruins of Belmont. So if you're listening and you thought you had 2.5 hours to get to the game, sorry. Might want to step on it. I'm sorry. Tennessee leads the all-time series with Belmont 16-4.
We don't need a loss.
We've had our way with the Bruins largely. Nick Abraham gets the start. Wright, Grimmer, Ford, Grindlinger, Chapman, Levi Clark catching today. Brown moving up to 7th. Left field, Manny Marin, Jay Abernathy in the lineup today, hitting ninth, playing second base.
Is that just to give Stone, give his knees a break?
Well, he came out of that game, didn't he? Was it game 3 that he took a
shot to the face again?
Well, no, I think he fouled one off his leg or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That looks like it's incredibly, excruciatingly painful when those guys do that.
Yeah, somebody fouled one off his knee the other day. Was it?
How the hell do you do that?
It was a left hand. He fouled it off his knee. I mean, it was Grimmer. Like he hit it right off his leg, and that looked awful. So, all right, 5 p.m. first pitch tonight at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Good luck to the boys. Number 2, SEC football. Still a couple of months away, but already things getting heated. One day after LSU coach Lane Kiffin's controversial comments about Ole Miss, Texas coach Steve Sarkisian told USA Today that, quote, all you have to do is take basket weaving and you can get an Ole Miss degree, end quote. Florida Gators first-year coach John Sumrall, a former assistant at Ole Miss, added to the fray later with a jab at Sark on X, saying, quote, grateful to coach at a top 10 public university that offers advanced basket weaving.
I'm telling you, man. Might be some hands thrown at the spring meetings coming up here in a couple of weeks. These guys.
I mean, it's the Real Housewives of Southeastern Conference.
No kidding.
You got Kiffin, Sarkisian. You know those two texted.
I think this
and
was
Sarkisian's got a lot of damn nerve. Yeah, hell yeah, it was. I mean, Golden's one of the dirtiest players in the game. See what happened with Clemson. But, I mean, there's no honor among thieves, Russ.
I guess not. One person who's not going to be jumping into this thing on social media or otherwise.
Hype Daddy.
No drama, Josh Heupel. He's staying out of this one.
We were talking, Bob and I briefly talked about before the show. I was trying to figure out which of the SEC coaches would not. We came up with Kirby.
Oh, Kirby will jump in there.
See, I think
he's getting a little lippy now that he's got a couple of trophies.
I don't think he'd take direct shots.
I don't think he takes shots at like programs. I think it's more like the status of the conference and and college football in general. He's very outspoken about that stuff.
I would be absolutely gobsmacked if Kirby Smart went down the road Lane went down yesterday. Only Lane could get down where he went.
Dorkwitz would check in on this.
Oh, for sure. He's very Butch-like. No self-awareness.
I don't know about this new guy at Kentucky. Shane Beamer, I don't know that he would stick his nose in this one, but he's got plenty of cringe.
He's cringy. Summerall obviously has jumped into it. Elko at A&M, he's kind of like Heupel.
We're going to hate this Summerall guy, aren't we? He's kind of a dork.
Particularly if he's got him playing pretty well, too.
Yeah.
Then we're really going to hate him.
But we don't play him this year, right?
No.
There's been so many changes. I don't know what's up and what's down anymore, boys.
I'm with you, buddy. Number 3, sad story out of the NBA today. Memphis Grizzlies forward Brandon Clark has passed away at the age of 29.
Jesus.
His death announced today by the Grizzlies and his agency. A cause of death has not been announced, but he played at Gonzaga.
He'd had a lot of injuries recently, and apparently had been on a bit of a downward spiral.
So is the implication that suicide?
That's not what I'm saying, but they're not releasing a cause of death yet.
Just last month, he was arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance, fleeing in a vehicle while exceeding the speed limit, and trafficking a controlled substance.
So maybe some substance abuse
Yeah.
issues there as well. Very sad, very sad. Thoughts and prayers to the Memphis Grizzlies family. I know our own William Pattison is a big fan. And finally, wrapping up number 4 today. Just one game tonight in the association. A good series here, the Western Conference semifinals. T-Wolves, Spurs, series tied 2 games apiece. Of course, you had the big Wembanyama elbow last game. He is not suspended, so he'll be out there tonight. And games in San Antonio, the Spurs are a 9.5-point favorite.
Yeah, it's that's the best series for my money right now that's left. I mean, 2 of them have ended up in sweeps, and I just can't bring myself to spend much time watching Cleveland, Detroit. It's
Series has no pop.
not really. But this one, I'll be watching this one tonight for sure. Yeah, Wemby's back.
Ant versus Wemby.
That
Good
guy, what a player.
Big series kicking off tonight down in the ATL. 2 best teams in baseball going at it.
So, well, no, your Dodgers aren't there.
Yeah, I said the 2 best teams, not 2 of the top 5 or 6 teams.
Oh, wow.
Cubs and Braves going at it, baby.
Okay.
Hey, the 2 best teams in baseball. They got the best record. What do you want from me?
They got the best record. Well, like I said, we'll see. We'll see. Long season. That's the thing we know about baseball. It's a long, long season.
It is. By the way,
I haven't said a word. We got swept by the Brewers over the weekend.
I got a lot of positive feedback about your rendition of the Chop yesterday, Bob. People are calling you the songbird of your generation.
I highly doubt that happened, but I appreciate it. Somebody, I think it might have been Hewitt Pruitt, must have been watching. He said, "Where's the chop?" Because I didn't do the chop. It's like,
Go
Maybe
back
I
and
did
check
the
out
chop.
the last segment of the podcast yesterday to hear Bob lead what can only be described as a rousing rendition of the tomahawk chop.
Cultural insensitivity with the drive.
yeah.
Nothing insensitive about it.
It's one of my least proud moments, but I never wilch on a bet.
They're demanding that Bob be canceled right
Yeah.
now.
Want him done.
He showed up today in full headdress saying, "Remember Wounded Knee."
He had that tear on his eye like the commercial
Yes.
that used to.
That guy wasn't even an Indian. He's Italian.
That whole thing was that was a polarizing topic because there were a couple people I saw on social media shouting out, calling Bear out.
Call me out for what?
Joshy boy
He's
took
got
you
issues.
for a ride.
Yeah, he's got
Very
issues.
angry, Joshy boy.
He's very.
I don't know what his
today
deal
on the
is.
live chat at 3:02. He said, "You guys are 2 minutes late on your." It's like
KMA, Josh.
Yeah.
Boy,
Dock us.
KMA.
All right, thank you, me. That is the top 4 at 4, brought to you by ECR Total Landscapes. If you're tired of spending your weekends, especially now that it's so hot outside, bending over at the back, working in the yard, sweat pouring off your brow, then let ECR Total Landscapes handle all of that stuff for you. They'll take care of your de-weeding, your flower beds, your leaf blowing, the trimming, the mulching, all the stuff you say, "Oh man, I wish I had time to do that." ECR will make it happen for you. And if you act now and mention promo code FANRUN, you'll get 10% off your first month of their monthly maintenance package. Again, just mention promo code FANRUN to enjoy the savings with ECR Total Landscapes. If you've been dragging your feet on the landscaping, now's the time to get it going. Just call ECR, tell them FanRun sent you, 865-384-2012. That's 384-2012. Or you can visit them online at ECRTotalLandscapes.com. Get started today. ECR Total Landscapes. 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show. We'll go open lines this hour. Go ahead and holler at us. What's on your mind? Phil is first. Hello, Phil.
Nope. He got detonated. Phil, call right back.
All right, let's try Brandon in Memphis. Good afternoon, Brandon. You're on the drive, Fan Run Radio.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for calling.
Hey, I heard you mentioning Brandon Clark, and I just wanted to call in and just say a quick note about him. In this community, he spent a lot of time, a lot of effort, doing a lot of charitable, just different work, and he did it quietly. If you live around here, you know he was just always at food drives and just throwing money at stuff. So that's just a huge, huge loss. He was a really, really good dude. So thank you guys for bringing it up.
Yeah, and that makes it even – I appreciate you bringing it up. It makes it that much more tragic, right? I mean, the fact that it sounds like this was a guy with a good heart too, and, you know, wasn't – it sounds like he might be running with some, you know, other people that he shouldn't have been, but still that's a sad story all the way around.
Well, unfortunately, if you know, he got caught with kratom in Arkansas. That was what the arrest was. And that's typically used as a substitute for opioids.
Yeah.
And they're saying in L.A. that they found paraphernalia and it was possibly an overdose. So I'm assuming that, unfortunately. So, yeah, it's an absolute tragedy. And, man. And one last note before I jump off. About the Memphis Grizzlies, I really wish that we would make a better effort to get to you guys. It's so hard for people in East Tennessee to view or even get content, and it's such a shame. We're a Tennessee team, so I wish we had more. I wish we would do what the Phoenix Suns have done. They have bought local broadcast rights to broadcast on like Channel 3 and Channel 5. So that would be my final comment. That I'd love to see the Grizzlies do that for you guys out in East Tennessee. I'm pretty sure you guys can actually get hot stuff, which is bogus. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys, and thank you for having me on.
Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate the phone call.
I mean, for me personally, it's just William precludes me from ever rooting for the Grizzlies.
Well, I gotta say, you know me, I love basketball, and Brandon's right. I mean, for me, it feels like the Grizzlies are kind of out of sight, out of mind, and so I would watch them if there was a way to watch them here. I'm not buying the NBA ticket or whatever they call it, the league pass, and they're not good enough to get much national play now. But they are in this state, man. It's like I said, you know, I'm a Colts fan first and foremost, but when they're not playing the Colts, I'm down with the Titans. I like them.
They are in the state, but it's so far away.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, it feels like the beach is probably just as close as Memphis. Like if you're going to head east, and Tennessee is just, I mean, it's a interesting state geometrically and geographically. Like Memphis is just so far away. And for folks who never go west or, you know, never go past Nashville, it feels like it's in another state. Yeah. And the cultures are completely different. And I don't know how, like, even if they did buy time and so that you could watch the games here, I don't know that would be a draw in East Tennessee. And I don't know how you make it one. I know that there was some talk, the whole LeBron thing where he was kind of cracking on Memphis and the hotel and all that stuff. And then there was some, you know, talk about the team should move to Nashville. And, you know, if this were 25 years ago when the Grizzlies moved from Vancouver, they probably would move to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
If you're moving to East Tennessee, and obviously those two markets are too close together, I don't think the Grizzlies would like the city of Memphis loves the Grizzlies.
Right.
Like they do very well. Those games are very well attended and there's a lot of excitement around them. So I don't see that franchise moving. I don't see Nashville getting a team because it's too close to Memphis. So
yeah,
it probably should have a team though. Like if you're laying out what's best for the state and everything, you would have all four major sports in Nashville, I think.
I agree, but Memphis would, if you tried to pull that team out of there.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't. I mean, I'm no NBA expert, but I feel like that team has been successful in that market. It's a small market, and I don't think guys want to go there for a variety of reasons. But that's a hard one for Grizzlies fans in East Tennessee, of which there are few. I don't know how you grow that fan base, really.
Yeah, and I mean it's kind of apples to oranges, but still, I think about in like the NFL, Indianapolis and Cincinnati are an hour and a half apart, and they've both got franchises. But the NFL is so bulletproof, right? I mean,
yeah.
Even though they're only an hour and a half apart, they are in two different states. So.
Yeah,
I remember when they went on their run about 10 years ago with Zebo and Tony Allen and Mike Conley. And I followed them a little bit then. So, I mean, there's a little bandwagon aspect to it there, but
yeah,
it didn't stick. I've been following them lately. And it feels like they're always in the news for the wrong reason. I don't want to paint with a broad brush, but you've got Ja Morant acting a fool off the court. Zebo had his own issues, and now this.
Yeah, they've got one of those top 4 picks in the lottery. I think they're the 3rd pick. And, so they're going to get somebody really good, and they say that might be the ouster that might give them the confidence to be like, hey, Ja, we got to move on. Let's get something in return and build around whoever it is, if it's Boozer.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like the whole Ja Morant thing has worked out for them.
No, it's too bad, too.
It's not their fault.
No, it's all on him, man. That kid I was paying attention to Memphis for a little bit because of him, but then he got sideways, and he was such a great player. He still is, but man, he's got to get past some of this other stuff.
Yeah, and he's never really, the off the court stuff is obviously a problem, but on the court, based off what I've seen, he's kind of a one-on-one guy.
Yeah.
He hasn't really elevated the rest of his team.
Yes, thank you.
The way the great ones.
I mean, yeah, Iverson was, ridiculed for being a one-on-one guy, but he elevated other guys and got that team to at least a finals.
Yeah. Much as I don't like him, LeBron, you go down the list of all the great ones. That's a difference between them and just good players.
All right, let's try Phil again. Phil, second time's a charm here. I believe we have him. What's up, Philly? Hey, man.
How's the world treating you?
Oh, my complaints are small. My problems are small,
Well, I say the best thing ever come out of Memphis is probably Elvis Presley, isn't it?
He is the king.
That's right. I've been to Memphis a few times. I never want to go back down there. Although the Hooters in Memphis is a pretty good place.
The Hooters in Memphis is a pretty good place. All right, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
It's sad, such an iconic American city, and they've got way more problems than the 4 of us could ever solve. But
does it? I've never been, so I've just except when I used to connect through some airports there way back when Northwest Airlines existed. But does it get like in the summer? We know it gets hot here in the summer, but I've always heard it's just like unbearable there.
It's real hot.
Yeah.
Blazing hot down there. But Lane Kiffin, he shows his appreciation to Ole Miss for giving him a head job, and then he stabs him in the back. Not only that, he went to LSU, and then he makes fun of him. That's kind of the classist, really.
He's surprised.
Well, if you're waiting
I'm not surprised.
If you're waiting for Lane Kiffin to show a shred of moral fiber, character, dignity, you're going to be waiting a long, long time, Phil.
Yeah, he's already digging the Tennessee fans in LSU's weight room. Do you see that? T. Martin and
yeah, it's interesting, right? Like I feel like Ole Miss has kind of replaced Tennessee. Is it in his mind? I don't think it's a punching bag. I think he just it's like your buddy who's always cracking jokes. You have one of those friends in your group. I don't know anybody like that. Guy who's always needling his buddies. I can't relate.
Nah.
But I think that's the way he looks at it, and Ole Miss has kind of replaced us as his prime target.
Yeah, well, I think it's a marriage made in heaven. Him and LSU and Kiffin, though. That's 2 of a kind. They'll probably win big with him down there.
They probably will, but it also has the potential to just be a powder keg. And when it blows up, it's going to be spectacular. We're talking 4th of July fireworks, Boomsday over the Tennessee River back in the day.
Guys, are y'all concerned about some of the stuff that's going on with our Kevin Simon's son going to Alabama?
No, not really. I mean, just
Why
because
not?
but I mean, it's not the old day. Just because somebody, not everybody's going to want to go where their dad went. If they did, Peyton would have been an Ole Miss. That's how you just got to look at
the
it.
legacy things hadn't gone too well the last couple. You had Dylan Bates was a waste, and the Todd Kelly Jr. was a waste. So, I mean,
Khalil McKenzie was all right.
Still move on from it.
Yeah, Khalil, the Berries, obviously, Eric,
but it's definitely not 100%, is it, Phil?
No, it's not. It's hard to follow your dad. I mean, when what sport it is.
Well,
I'm concerned about Apple. I mean, good night. I mean, if I'm on making statements about him last week, did y'all talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the Feinbaum comments in front of me, but I feel like the general sentiment is true that there's just kind of a malaise around Tennessee football. Now, I don't think we're in a gutter where it's an unfixable situation or anything. He coaches one of these quarterbacks up, and we go out there and put up big numbers. It's, it'll be fine. But in terms of off-season storylines to follow and excitement and hype and stuff like that, there's just not a lot of it. And I don't think there ever will be as long as Josh Heupel is the coach.
Well, the SEC's called up with Josh Heupel, especially defense coordinators. And it seems to me like he made a good move on defense because our defense has been getting roasted every year. I mean, now the offense is probably going to be struggling. Kind of amazing, isn't it?
It is. And, I'm just sitting here thinking about it, Phil. We've mentioned it too. What's amazing is here we are. It's mid-May. At this time of year, usually we're talking about two things. It's a baseball run for the Vols, which is kind of happening, but we don't know how long that's going to last. And then you're talking about football already. We're not talking about football that much because it's just, basketball has been very, very hectic and productive. And football, even if they're being productive, we don't ever hear anything. That's the problem too for me. I just feel like there's just not much of an effort to get out there and put their best foot forward on where the program's at, et cetera. It's a little frustrating, I got to say.
Yeah, Heupel don't promote the program at all.
No.
I mean, of course, I can't think of any UT football coach outside of Johnny Majors who promoted the football program at all.
Yeah.
And he was just a Tennessee legend. He was walking down the street, they'd be promoting it. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a good point. And this was before my time, but Majors obviously had a little bit of a showmanship thing going on there. Fulmer did not. Kiffin was Kiffin. Butch tried to promote.
He was just terrible at it.
Yeah, he was just so cringe.
Yeah.
That he should not have tried.
And Pruitt could barely speak English.
Yeah, Pruitt was just a complete mouth
Well,
breather.
Kiffin promoted out there in the Rocky Hill community, you know what I mean?
He did.
He did his part to stimulate the economy, shall we say.
And from what I've heard, Dooley just on the reg pissed people in the community off just being himself. Just kind of a
Barb's going to get some big guy just rebound and block shots. That's all he needs now.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. I don't know if you had heard. Obviously, I know you heard the kid from the high school kid went to Virginia, but then they were in for just a minute, it sounded like, on a kid who was transferring in the portal from Grand Canyon, who's a 7-footer and average 7 points, 5 boards. Just a depth piece, like you said, that could play some defense, maybe get a bucket or two. But he immediately, I think
what
now.
About Robert Miller at LSU? He's available. Robert Miller,
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's interesting.
He's not a bad player. I mean, we don't need a great player. We need somebody that can guard big guys.
Yeah, I think they're going to get somebody. This kid from Grand Canyon ended up committing to Stanford, which was a little bit of a curveball. But, there's very few out there, but I think we all agree that's that last piece of the puzzle. We got to get one more big that's serviceable, not a starter, but somebody who can log, 10 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, I wonder if they go after Preston Wade. He's a high schooler still out there.
Yeah.
All right, guys, see you.
Good to hear from you, Phil. Appreciate the phone call. 865-966-3435, your phone number. If you want to get on the show this afternoon, we're going to open lines this hour. Go ahead and take your shot, 966-3435. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Check out exclusive Fan Run.
About over on the YouTube chat. Be sure to like and subscribe to Fan Run Sports on YouTube. Hewitt Pruitt says Kiffin wants to be Spurrier so bad.
He ought to give up on that. That ain't happening.
Michael Moat says LeBron was right about Memphis. Arthur Jenkins says Memphis is a very impressive city when you remember that they lost their city charter due to yellow fever.
When the hell was that?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
What is yellow fever?
It's
Is that something you get from drinking water?
I thought it was like mosquito-borne illness. I think it hasn't been a thing since like the World War I era.
That'll do it. One and only one says they won't leave Memphis. That's a basketball city. Also, the Grizzlies is a Western Conference team, so we in East Tennessee wouldn't keep up with them. I don't think that has anything to do with what conference they're in. I think you're a fan of whoever you're a fan of.
State. We're closer to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And it's also one of those things, they came here. There's so many people here that, like, who was your team growing up, Russ?
You know.
The NBA?
It's the Lakers. I was a Showtime kid.
So was I. Bob, you're always a Pacers guy, correct?
Yeah, I didn't mind. When I had to choose between the Lakers and the Celtics, though, when that was at its peak, I would side with the Lakers.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wasn't a hardcore Lakers fan. I just liked them. I did not hate the Celtics. Like I enjoyed Bird and McHale and that bunch and everything.
Oh, I didn't like them.
Also liked the Pistons, did not like the Pistons. Did not like them because I liked the Bulls as well. I was a big Jordan fan, and so
I like the Bulls and the Lakers. Absolutely will watch anything Celtic related from that time period. Now, once like all those guys are, old guys now, but have a better appreciation for how damn good that Celtics team was.
Probably a reason why I don't get more into the NBA. I just don't have a team that I follow or root for, anything like that. Brent says it's next level hot and humid in Memphis. I've told this story a couple of times. Not a lot of listeners know. I did live in Memphis for about 6 months when I was but a wee lad. I
think you've told.
Family moved around a lot before we came here when I was 5 or 6.
Like Michigan, Memphis.
Yeah, I was South Carolina. We lived in Michigan for a couple of years, and
it's too cold, right?
Dad was working up there, and then he got his first big doctor gig in Memphis, and I think that's where we were gonna put down roots. Yeah, and
God, you could have been a Tiger High fan.
Could have been, but they just hated it there. Mom and Dad did.
I mean, it's hot. I've been out there when it's hot, like summertime.
It was hot,
and the surface of the sun out
there.
It
was really far away from the rest of our family in South Carolina, and it's just a very violent city, man. I mean, the statistics are the statistics. They haven't changed a lot, and I think that was their fear with 3 young boys, that they just did not want us growing up in that environment. Dad says, I don't know how true this is, but he said one of the last straws was he was coming home from work one night, and he stopped at a stoplight behind a police car. And he said all of a sudden the cop just jumps out, draws his weapon, starts firing across the intersection at somebody.
Jesus.
He's like, all right.
Moving to Knoxville.
we're packing up.
At home.
Load up the station wagon, hon.
Yeah, because it's from Knoxville to where your folks are from, your people are from. And so it's a 5-6 hour drive most.
Yeah.
I guess it takes 6 to get to the beach.
Man, those trips. Can I get up on the...
Let's do it.
Driving with Mom and Dad, because we go to South Carolina at least twice a year to visit family and friends.
Yeah.
And Mom had those old station wagons. You remember the Clark Griswold style station with the wood paneling and everything on the side?
We had an
family
truck, 88, or the custom cruiser.
And so Mom and Dad are up front, and me and my 2 younger brothers are in just that middle seat, and all the stuff's in the back, right?
Right.
And you're just on top of each other. And there's no iPads. There's no TV where you can watch a movie or anything. There's barely air conditioning, okay?
We didn't have it.
So you're going to the beach in the summer. It's hot as up blazes. The air conditioning sucks.
Glass. Those big
oh my God. A 7-hour trip, and that's basically what it was, because you got to stop. You got kids and everything.
My pop strapped everything to the roof because he would put me and my brothers. My sister got the whole back seat to herself. Sometimes with my older brother, she liked him. But we would usually be what my father termed the furthest distance from him in the car, the way, way back. The seat that faced backwards.
Oh, yeah. Just killing each other back there.
Yeah. And then if we got too rowdy, he'd send his goon, my mother, over the back. That's what we called her.
Mama Bear catching a stray?
He'd nudge her.
Not okay.
And she'd come over both seats and just wear us out. If that didn't work,
Did Mom hit you with the shoe? My mom had a flip-flop, and she would just...
Yeah.
She was like a Jedi master with that thing. She could hit us from across the room, just boom, right in the side of the ear.
But our last beach trip was 1st or 2nd grade for me. He said never again.
You were so badly behaved.
Yeah, we had
you wouldn't
to
take
drive
family trips anymore.
Yeah, and then in grade school we go to New York some, to the city
by car from East Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, he got lost in Morristown, but man, once he went through the Holland Tunnel, it was like something changed. He's leaning out the window, screaming, middle finger flying, working the pedals with
Sounds
one foot.
like somebody else I know. All right.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, I suppose.
Let's get Joshy Boy in here. Joshy Boy, you're on the Drive Fan Run Radio. What up, JB?
Hey, guys. How are you doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Good. So, do you think I was coming at you when I said that?
I don't begin to.
Is this the Twitter thing you said,
Yeah,
Joshy Boy?
it's weird to me because it's I don't know
No,
what your
I
deal
wasn't
is.
saying the F word coming at you. I was saying, oh, like, because you think the chop is racist. That's what I meant towards that on that comment.
Well,
I'm
I mean,
pulling
it's
it
pretty
up.
self-explanatory.
He said Bear's a punk and a clown.
Well, no, the one I'm talking about the one from last night.
Is that-
I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of
Lost
hard
track.
to say you aren't coming at me. It says the F word at Bear WKGN, Josh. How am I supposed to take that?
Gotcha.
It's a little strong, Josh.
Right.
A little strong. You're a little out of line yourself.
I just
You also think the Redskins name is not racist, so.
No, this is where you get all this stuff conflated in your head.
Yeah, he's got a nuanced opinion, Joshy Boy. This ought to be good.
I don't really care. You're looking for any excuse to come at me right now. Don't really know why. Never attacked you.
Joshy Boy, do you dislike Bear? What about Bear rubs you the wrong way, Joshy Boy?
I love Bear.
You
He knows. I just like
cursed him out on you said something that cannot be repeated to him like a couple of weeks ago. That was a huge thing. You got suspended. You had to apologize, and
I
now
did apologize.
You're cursing him out now on
It was
social
a really
media.
good apology.
Sorry, I was just listening to this song this weekend from this is an old pull from the band called Firefall.
Not familiar.
Strange way to tell me you love me.
Strange way to tell me you love me.
That's all I can think of right now.
So
I just don't. I don't get it. I don't go at people hard on Twitter. I don't cuss on Twitter. I've never cussed you. I've always been really nice to you, and one of the few people that I'm actually pretty nice to. And you repay me that my kindness with just a steady stream of ugliness and vulgarity. And I've already told you that I can't trust you.
Okay.
You're not.
It's a trust issue
Again,
Joshy
That's
boy.
where we keep coming back to,
it's a
Josh.
trust
He doesn't trust you.
I don't trust you not to fire off and say something just insane.
So, where's the drink that holds the straw at today? Where's Walker?
The drink that holds a straw.
Yeah, he does the top four and the top 5 at 5.
Where is Walker today? I know he's got the One
I
Knox
miss
game
Walker.
tomorrow. Where's Walker?
He's One Knox today too.
They got 2 back-to-backs?
Oh, okay.
Or is it
I
like
don't
a
know.
training day?
unless
They got to get ready for
he's,
tomorrow?
Just fibbing and he's at the gym or doing whatever it is Walker does when he's not with us.
He sent us a few texts. One.
Unexcused absence.
I love it when the person
Unexcused
takes the
absence.
day off texts everyone else that's in here working directions. That's always just makes me feel great.
So, Bob, do you think we're going to get a big man with our last roster spot to fill?
I do, Josh. I'm not sure who that's going to be, and I would caution everybody to understand it's not going to. I'll be stunned if it's like a guy who's even averaging double figures, but we'll get another bit.
Right. All we really need him to do is fill out 10 to 15 minutes of like really good production off the bench. That's all we're asking from the guy we're going to get.
Yeah, I'd say, I was saying earlier to Phil, I'd say 10. I mean, I just think there's not that many minutes to go around, but we do need some depth there at that position. So I agree with you, though. We got to get somebody.
Hey, Russ, did you see that? Tony kind of made a fool of himself the other day, or might have been earlier this season. He tried to make a bullpen change earlier this season, and he didn't know what pitcher he was going to get.
Has he addressed that publicly? There's got to be an excuse in his mind. miscommunication somewhere? Somebody didn't get a message?
I think that's probably what happened because he's been around the block. He's done this a time or two.
I feel like that would be the coolest part of being a big league manager's
making the call to the
bullpen.
Oh
yeah, point to the arm, point to the arm. Yeah,
no, for me, it's what I'm just like obsessed with it. The Bobby Cox ejection videos.
Getting tossed. Yeah, that's
getting tossed.
How many times has he got thrown out this season?
Just the one, as far as I know.
He didn't. Did Tony get thrown out? I know Frank did.
No, Tony got
Tony got tossed a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't
an
all-time meltdown or anything.
Frank never really. He must say, I wonder what it is. Frank says.
Really never shows emotion.
But man, he'll get tossed quick. He must have about as much self-control as you do when it comes to stuff like that.
Unnecessary.
Sure. I'm hoping Tony cusses out another bat boy soon or ball boy.
Oh, that was great.
Like he did a few weeks ago.
That was great.
Have a great day, guys.
You too, Joshy boy. Thank you.
Knucklehead.
Magic Mike says maybe Tony was distracted by his players kissing each other.
Yeah, that was something, man.
Whatever that dance was out in the outfield. I mean, it's like, come on, Drew. Take care of us here. We go hard at Kentucky and some of these other teams, and you're doing that?
He could, when he's doing it at Tennessee, it was like, as long as they're winning.
They never did anything like that.
He's on the worst team in the big leagues.
Are they the worst team?
It's them and the Rockies, I believe.
Yeah, they're definitely one of the worst.
If they had done that celebration where they're like humping each other, whatever that is, you go and look at it online if you don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't think we would have been completely okay with it.
Just dudes being dudes. What about the one where I forget I think it's Auburn. Is it Auburn or Kentucky where they're going through the post-game handshake line and they're like grabbing each other's nuts?
Yeah,
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that?
That sounds like Kentucky to me.
I'm pretty sure it's Auburn. They're like going through and the guy's just like he's honk. He's honking him, giving him a honk.
By the way, the Mets.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That's weird, man.
The old grab and honk.
Yeah.
New York Mets have the worst record in baseball right now.
Ooh, the mutts eating Brandon Orick.
Second or third highest payroll, depending on what metrics you're looking at, and the worst record.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Juan isn't hitting Juan bombs anymore, is he?
Well, he missed a couple. I mean, they have had some injuries, but still.
It's crazy, though. It's the mighty have fallen. The second worst record in Major League Baseball is the Houston Astros.
Oh.
Like as bad as the Braves were last year, they weren't that bad. I mean, I remember thinking as late as June, I was like, okay, like
but dude, you're also hot. You can make the playoffs. Like a damn MASH unit. Like most of your team was hurt. You at least had that excuse.
I mean, that's what makes this year so unbelievable is they're still banged up. Injuries. They just put Sean Murphy on the DL with a broken middle finger today. He had just gotten back from a 7-month injury.
What's the deal with Strider? Is he all the way back now?
He looked. Yeah. Bob thought he looked pretty good Saturday.
Looked good. Hey, see Brent V3 on the live chat says, I bet those Giants outfielders get in a hot tub together.
Not a hot tub I'd get into.
The team that plays together stays together.
That's right.
Quick timeout. The drive continues. 865-966-3435. If you want in on this next segment, go ahead, give us a ring. 966-3435. Back to wrap up hour number 2 of today's show right after this.
The Drive. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk
6:30 a.m. online this afternoon at fanrunradio.com and on your free Fan Run app worldwide on the Fan Run Sports YouTube channel. We are everywhere since 2010. Been doing it 15 years now, every afternoon from 3 to 6, coming up on 16 years, and we appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in this afternoon. My name's Russell Smith, alongside Bob Baskerville and Bear Walker has the day off, as you might have noticed.
I saw a video yesterday after work. It blew my mind. I wanted to see if either one of you guys had seen it. The horse.
The horse farting?
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah. I think it had bloat. It was all gassy.
You see that, Bob?
This is the one where the horse was laying on the ground on its side.
Yeah.
No, the other one. Yeah. Were there multiple horse videos?
No, I'm just saying that's the only thing I saw, but I didn't really watch it in its entirety. So.
Oh, yeah. He let one rip, man.
I was in awe. Just to be able to do that.
Well, I mean,
that kind of power.
He's got a lot more
muscles,
bodily cavity area to fill with methane. Yeah, he was uncomfortable.
Yeah, bless his heart.
Ripped a big one. We've all been there.
He got right up, though, I think, didn't he?
Yep, he's good to go. Beale Street Vol is next. What's up, Beale Street?
Hey, Russell, how's it going?
Going well, thank you.
Good. Hey, long-time listener here. I'll actually tell you, my first time listening, I vividly remember it. I wish it was a better memory, but it was 2017. It was Overreaction Monday, and we had just lost to Georgia 41-0, and I was in the laundry room in Carrick questioning my life decisions.
Man. Those were dark times. Dark times. The end of the Butch era.
Were we roasting Butch pretty good that afternoon?
Oh, yeah. It was going bad, and those voluntary reactions at the time were incredible.
We were unhinged.
Anyways, I'm calling actually, of course, I've heard a lot of Memphis talk today, so I kind of wanted to weigh in on it as somebody from Memphis and somebody who lives there, even though I'm actually on my way to Atlanta to go see our Braves, hopefully whip up on the Cubbies. But I have an idea as to what I think would maybe help expand our fan base to the rest of the state of Tennessee. If we drafted someone like Nate or, some elite Vol, maybe, I know Tobias is too old, but like if a Grant is a free agent or something came to Memphis, I think that really could help make the rest of the basketball fans in Tennessee start following the Grizz more.
It's a good point. I do think that would be a reason for Tennessee fans to tune in, particularly if it was an A-lister like Grant or Nate, as you pointed out there. I mean, they've got Meshack, but I don't know. Jemiah is a great player here. I don't know if our fan base is tuning in just to see him, especially if he's just playing a bit part on a bad team.
Yeah.
I do remember I'm sorry. I do remember when Dalton Connect was traded to Charlotte for just a minute. A lot of people were like, "Oh man, this will be good though.
Yeah.
He's in our time zone. I'll be able to watch his games."
If Connect went to the Grizzlies and he played, he is a starter, and they played him, I would tune in just out of curiosity.
Yeah, and a few years ago we had East Ponds and we had Kennedy Chandler, and kind of like what you're saying with Meshack right now, as much as we love Meshack, he doesn't have the pull or the draw to bring more fans in. But I think if you brought in an elite Vol such as Nate and brought them to the Grizz, I think a lot more people in Middle Tennessee and East Tennessee would tune in. I actually grew up in Chattanooga, and at the time I was sort of in that same boat. I kind of followed the Hawks if I watched basketball, but I didn't really pay attention to the Grizzlies until I moved there. But now having lived all over the state, I'd root for any team that's in the state. And I always hope that everybody that, lives here is from here does that. So anyways, it's just a thought that occurred to me of I've always thought if we could get a big time Vol to the Grizz, that maybe that could be the difference maker, because I really wish we had more support throughout the state. And I don't think Memphis does a good job probably to try to expand as well. But I just think it'd be better for everybody, just like, how everybody supports the Titans for the most part.
Yeah, I think so. And, calling it the Tennessee Titans instead of the Nashville Titans, I think goes a long way there.
Yeah.
But I don't see the Memphis Grizzlies becoming the Tennessee Grizzlies.
No, I don't think so. So
would probably
anyways,
help him.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate the time, and I'll continue to listen. So thanks.
Beale Street Vault checking in there from the Queen City. Hunter Greer on the YouTube chat says, come on, Phil. If the rest of the conference's defensive coordinators caught on to Josh Heupel, why'd we lead the conference in passing yards and scoring offense? Hunter, don't let your facts get in the way of Phil's made-up narrative.
I can tell you what Phil will say. We patted our stats against the bottom feeders.
I mean, did we not go up and down the field most of the day against Georgia?
Yeah.
Did we not have a lot of success against Alabama?
Yes. Could have easily won both those games.
And our defense let us down. Defense and special teams
Uncle
let us
Fluffy
down.
Showed up both times.
And head case missed a field goal wide right.
Yeah.
Somebody on the live chat said Dalton's got to get out of LA, and boy, he is not wrong. I'm reading this article on Rocky Top Insider that they put in. Dalton took 557 shots in his first year as a Laker. This season, he shot the ball 191 times, so like 1/3 of what he did, and he only averaged 10 minutes a game for the entire season.
He's got to be thinking, "Get me out of here."
Yeah,
I'm sure he is.
If LeBron retired and they went through some sort of a rebuild, could that? He needs a fresh start.
They got too many guys like him. I mean, at least size-wise and everything else between Reeves and Luka when he's healthy. I mean, he needs a change of scenery. The problem is his value now. They're not going to get much in return for him. So I wonder if that's part of the reason they've held on to him. They're hoping that something will change, but it's just destroying his career. This second year was horrible, horrible.
Coastal Vol says the Lane train runs on the Underground Railroad. The Lane Kiffin memes on social media today, outstanding.
Did anybody ever come close to doing what you wanted?
Lane Kiffin,
what was it?
In blackface, doing the tomahawk chop while wearing a sombrero.
Yeah.
Some people sent me I didn't actually want to see it. Okay, it's a joke, people. But the ones I did see were very crude. Not good. Problematic, shall we say.
You broke Grok, man. They couldn't even.
You can't ask Grok to do something unless you got a blue shirt.
Yeah, if you subscribe, they'll do it for you because Grok is a hooah. Whoa. He's a hooah. Is Grok a he? I don't know.
No, it's it.
Skynet. It's one of those they-thems.
Yes.
Stay with us. Hour number 3 of The Drive coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio. your Tuesday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning in to the show. Walker Smith has the day off, so you are stuck with me for the top 5 at 5. And we'll begin number 1, Tennessee baseball. Final game starting as we speak over at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. The Belmont Bruins are in town, the 5th in-state foe that the Volunteers have taken on in midweek action this year. Tennessee is 4-0 in those previous matchups. See if the two of you can get the 4 other in-state schools we've played in these midweek games. Fun little trivia.
Okay, besides Belmont, we played 4 other teams.
Yes.
Tennessee Tech.
That's 1.
ETSU.
That's 2.
UTC. What?
Lipscomb.
There you go. That's 3.
Bellarmine.
Bellarmine's in Kentucky. You knucklehead.
Easy.
Wouldn't be handy, would it?
Not on a midweek game.
Oh, midweek. I'm sorry. I thought you were just saying in general.
And we didn't play like any of the super small schools, did we? Tennessee State.
Oh, TSU. What?
Not played the Blue Raiders.
So, okay.
To
reiterate.
The last train to Clarksville.
UT Martin.
No, P. Austin P.
Austin P. The governors. Right here.
Governor.
They are the governors, right? Austin P.
They
Oh,
are.
they are.
They are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
It's just the chant. Let's go, P. Well, let's go, Vols. Avoid that midweek minefield. Almost made it through. When was the last time? Are we tempting the whatever high thing even saying this? All right, we'll do it tomorrow. All right. Number 2, a Florida state judge granted prosecutors' request to subpoena Tiger Woods' prescription drug records during a Tuesday hearing following suspicion of under the influence. So, judge granting the state's request to obtain the 15-time major champion's prescription drug records on file at Lewis Pharmacy in Palm Beach, Florida.
I mean, if you put yourself in a position the way that Tiger Woods has, I mean, it's the only person you got the blame's in the mirror.
What do you think he's on?
Probably a lot of, I would imagine, benzos,
Hydros, Vicodin, stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. He's got, given the horrific injuries he's had, it wouldn't surprise me.
But usually, like, they're pretty stingy with, and rightfully so.
They're stingy with people like me and you.
You think because he's Tiger Woods, he can get whatever he wants?
Yeah, that's how that works. You can find a doctor who writes you anything. Michael Jackson had a guy with an MD prescribing him like anesthesia drug, propofol. Yes.
All right.
Going all the way back to Elvis and Dr. Nicopoulos.
By the way, talk about Elvis, but how good was our Elvis's Constipated show a couple of months ago? I still get people bring that up to me.
That was unbelievable.
How do we even get into that?
It's a great question.
How do we ever get into anything?
He was like, because we were talking, I remember because I asked, like, was that true that he died on the toilet? And then we went down the rabbit hole. He hadn't pooped for 4 months.
Which is still crazy. What's even wilder, his daughter, Lisa Marie, unfortunately passed away from basically
constipation.
No, she had a
speaking of turds,
obstructed bowel obstruction. She couldn't poop.
You're really just gonna poop all over my great segue right there? I mean, that was one of the all-time.
Speaking of turds,
yeah,
who are we gonna talk about?
Number 3, Gino Auriemma and UConn. Won't have to wait long for a rematch with Don Staley in South Carolina. The Huskies will face the Lady Cox as part of a doubleheader on November 24th in the first meeting between the rivals since last month at the Final Four, where Gino and Don got into a fiery post-game altercation.
Gino got his ass whipped.
I'll tell you what, last night I got pulled into a rabbit hole. I was watching this ACC, like one of their ACC storied things that was about a couple of years ago when North Carolina State went to the Final Four in men's and women's basketball. Right?
Yeah, our buddy Houston Fancher on the bench.
Yeah. They beat Connecticut.
fan.
That's what made me think about this, because they beat Gino in the regular season, kicked his ass. It was kind of wild, but I was thinking, I'm happy for Justin Gainey, man, because they got a pretty
Yes.
rich basketball tradition.
Get it rolling again. I love it when NC State's good at basketball.
Yeah, like Everett Case, and then Norm Sloan, and then Valvano, and I mean, it's like good for him, man. That's cool. He gets to go back
That
to
old
where
gym
he
with
played.
the tartan court.
Yeah, what do they call that?
Like rubber.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying
That's what Webb used to have.
I forget what they call the Coliseum. They were just talking about
Reynolds
it.
Coliseum.
Reynolds, that's it. Yeah, R.J. Reynolds.
Is that who it's named after?
Yeah, there's
North Carolina.
Yeah, tobacco country. That
makes sense.
And Wake Forest has a lot of tobacco money too.
We got all the Carolina schools too.
Yeah,
except for Duke.
Number 4, the Denver Broncos and the Chiefs will square off September 14th in the first Monday Night Football game of the season. They're trickling out the schedule. The full schedule will be released Thursday for the NFL, but they're all releasing this, so that's a big one. Monday night rivalry game.
They're cramming the Cowboys and Giants down our throat one more time. That's a Sunday night opener, right?
I believe so, yes. Or no, that's Cowboys. Yeah, Cowboys open at the Giants, and they will host the Eagles on Thanksgiving. And then the Bills open their new stadium in week 2 against the Lions. Have you guys seen that stadium?
Not since the rendering.
It's pretty much done.
Does it look like
It's
the rendering?
awesome. Yeah. Oh, it looks awesome. Might be the coolest stadium in the NFL.
I've got some friends that live in Buffalo. Trish and Bob, they're from here, but I don't think Bob's a big fan of all the newfangled stuff. And his wife Trish, she's
what newfangled stuff?
Like they've got the stuff to help keep the snow and stuff off
It's
the fans.
out. It's
still
There's
open.
not a roof. I mean, it's a partial roof.
Yeah.
But I mean, the very easy thing to do would have been to build an indoor stadium, and they didn't do that in Buffalo,
wouldn't
New
do
York.
it. If I owned a northern team, like if I've been the Vikings, I would have done that. But yeah. Well, but you come up here and try and play when it's 50 below.
Yeah, but I think most of those NFL owners want to make money by selling tickets and concessions.
Hey, the more you win, the more you sell.
There's something to be said for that. Finally, number 5 today. Bob, you're a big Ted Lasso guy, right?
Sure.
Dressed up as Ted on Halloween, memorably.
Yeah.
Last year. It's Cristo Fernandez,
Yeah.
guy who plays Danny Rojas.
Yep.
He has signed a professional soccer contract today. He's with the USL Championship side El Paso Locomotive.
I mean, USL's where one Knox is in USL, right? I mean, they have tiers within USL, but yeah. I saw that story. That guy's done. I've seen him in commercials, and I mean,
I said he was growing up like he was a big soccer player.
Yeah,
and he was training with a pro team at the youth level, and then got hurt and decided to walk away. And then he got the job in Ted Lasso, and I guess there's a lot of you're on the field a lot, playing a lot. Even if it's fake acting soccer, but that rekindled the flame, and he got back into it. Now he's playing.
Hey man, it's kind of the equivalent of minor league baseball. It's like looking for a hook too. They'll sell tickets. They'll get people there.
Yeah, there's probably some of that too.
Yeah, but he's obviously skilled enough.
I thought you were going to say if you went out for minor league baseball, like you could probably play now.
No.
And maybe like the Smokies would sign you as a ticket selling scheme.
Oh,
come see local superstar Bob Baskerville.
Oh God,
in right field this evening for the Smokies.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. They'd be really hurting for ticket sales. If that
think you could lay down a bunt?
I could definitely lay down a bunt. I think.
I'd be too afraid I'd get hit on the fingers
or in the groin.
Can you imagine how bad that would hurt?
Bad.
All right. Thank you, me. That is the top 5 at 5. It's brought to you this afternoon by our friends at Knoxville Smiles. Local dentistry done right. We appreciate Knoxville Smiles for their longstanding support of this radio program. Remind you, if you are looking for a dentist, somebody that's friendly, somebody that you can trust, there's all these out of town firms where it's like, Walmart of dentistry. It's not Knoxville Smiles. Dr. Malone, Dr. Costa, the whole crew there right here in our community. Great folks. I'd gone to the same dentist since I was a 5-year-old when we moved here. And when that guy retired, Dr. Greenblatt, a couple of years ago, I didn't know what to do. I was a dental free agent. And luckily I stumbled upon Dr. Malone, and he's taking great care of me and my teeth, my family as well. And they'll do great work for you. If it's been a while since you've been to the dentist, give them a call. Schedule a routine cleaning today. 865-539-1776 is their number. In addition to the routine stuff, they do everything right there in their state-of-the-art West Knoxville facility. So if you have to have a tooth pulled, if you want to do a restorative procedure, fillings, crowns, bridges, all that good stuff, if you want to do teeth whitening, if you want to do, or tooth whitening if you're a Kentucky fan, or if you want to do the Invisalign procedure. I mean, it's not like back when did either of you guys have braces?
I didn't know.
Oh, I did, man.
You did?
Oh, yeah. And that stuff was medieval, man. You have to go in there like once a month and they crank that stuff up tight and you're walking around with a mouthful of metal. It's sore. You can't eat, all that stuff.
I didn't have braces. I had a crossbite when I was a little kid.
They do it so much better now. KnoxvilleSmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. I remember the day I got those braces off, man. That was happy day.
I have nightmares about that thing. My mom had to put this key up in the roof. It was like kind of like braces, but it brought my jaw in the line.
I had the headgear, man.
I didn't have that. There was this key they would turn in the roof of my mouth on this contraption.
You're not supposed to wear it like during the day. I was supposed to wear it at bed, and I didn't do a very good job wearing it. I wasn't a good rule follower. It might come as a surprise.
Yeah, but you got no cavities. I imagine when you walk into Knox Smiles, so they're like welcoming you in there.
Yeah, I just had a huge overbite. Like that thing.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I just imagine the doors open there and they welcome you in. You're like a star.
You see me coming, you don't know whether to smile or kick a field goal. Big old buck teeth sticking out.
Wow.
They fixed me up, though. I mean, the braces, they got the job done.
Our live chat got obliterated.
Obliterated?
Yeah, there's like nothing there now. It's all gone. I've tried to reboot it. And
did somebody say something out of line?
No, I don't know. I don't know. Got some things from Joshy Boy in here, though.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
He said something out of line.
I've got it all over here.
Do you really?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Did you hit the old refresh button there, Bobo?
I've hit it multiple times, and I've even gone on the pull down from top chat to live chat, which usually is all encompassing, and I'm still not seeing them. You probably haven't refreshed, Bear. That might be why. If you refresh, I bet you don't have anything except a couple from Joshy Boy saying Kurt Signetti would have gone undefeated with Tennessee's football schedule this past season.
Yeah, it's not true.
And then he followed up by saying Heupel better not lose to South Carolina, Auburn, or Arkansas this season. If he loses to all three, the seat gets warm. I would say, hell no, it gets hot if he loses all three.
I mean, his seat's already a little warm.
Yeah.
It's not scalding hot by any stretch of the imagination, but
he's a little sweaty when he gets up after sitting in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the seat warmers on in the middle of July.
Yeah.
It's not necessary, but it is what it is. I think this day and age, pretty much everybody. I mean, Kalen DeBoer's seat is a little warm.
Sure.
Down there. The only guys whose seat isn't warm in the SEC, Kirby and
Sark. Maybe
the guys who just got to where they're at, maybe Kiffin, maybe Golish, maybe Drinkwitz.
I think Venables, I know they're pretty impressive last season somehow. I don't think that means he's safe. I think the expectations for Oklahoma.
Oh, Brent Venables.
Yeah. I think he's on
maybe there are some guys who are. I mean, I would be interested. We're so myopic about it, following it every day here. I wonder what the perception in Alabama, Louisiana, Texas is of Heupel at Tennessee. Probably that he's pretty safe.
Yeah.
But vulnerable, maybe?
Vulnerable, but to Josh's point, if they lose like 3 games that are not any of the heavy hitters in the schedule, then yeah, there's going to be trouble brewing.
Just all depends on that quarterback play.
Somebody on X posted, House of Lowlights posted LeBron James and his son Bronny made NBA history last night. They were the first father-son duo to get swept. Love it.
People saying this could be it for LeBron. He might walk away.
I bet if he walks away, I think he's going to play still. I think I could see him vagabond his way over to another franchise where he might think he can help win a title, but kind of getting fatigued with LeBron, to be perfectly honest. Great player.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Been there for years. Great player. Not the GOAT. Great player.
Yeah.
Things are going rather quickly over at Lindsey Nelson. We're already in the bottom of the second, 0-0.
Pitcher's duel.
Yeah, Abraham had an 8-pitch first inning.
We need somebody to step up, show that they can help.
Yeah, we definitely do. It's getting down to it's that time. It's go time.
Quick timeout. Open lines if you want to join in. 865-966-3435, your phone number. 966-3435 if you've got thoughts on Tennessee baseball, basketball, football, if you've got thoughts on the war of words going on right now between Lane Kiffin, Steve Sarkisian, and Ole Miss. We'd love to hear from you. The Drive rages on right after this.
The Drive. Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing.
social justice warrior memes that have been out there, particularly the race relations movies.
I like the one where he's coming across the bridge and what I guess is supposed to be Birmingham.
Selma.
Selma.
Yeah.
That's it.
Get your civil rights history correct, Bear. Come on. The one, Mississippi Burning was good. The A Time to Kill.
I haven't seen Time to Kill yet.
Time to Kill was pretty good.
McConaughey?
Yeah.
I think I even saw that. I've seen so many movies.
You never seen that movie?
No, I said I think I've seen it. I've seen so many movies.
The book's better, but it's good.
There's one, D.R. Vol posted one of him, Remember the Titans with Denzel, where they're like holding up the football together. Oh, yeah, man. Good movies. I liked the one of him. Oh, Lankin was good.
Mm-hmm.
Lankin?
Yeah. Just the poster from the movie.
I mean, he had this opportunity, right? I mean, why couldn't you just leave on good terms? I mean, the way he handled it obviously was one thing. That was a joke. Secondly, he did kind of advance Ole Miss football to an area of like a level they've never been before. So why can't you just take that and accept that? And yeah, it didn't end quite the way you'd want it to, and that probably pissed some people off. But don't double down now on all this stuff, right?
He's a malignant narcissist, probably with, borderline personality disorder, Bob. He's crazy.
Well, Lord knows we've made progress, but there's still racial tension, strife. It's still a touchy subject. Of all the places you could go if you wanted to gig Ole Miss a little bit, like, why go there?
Yeah.
Why go there? Because you stood on that sideline for 5 or 6 years and didn't say a damn thing about any of it. Like you could have, there's a lot of things you could have done if you thought it was so bad.
He's a liar.
To make it better, and you didn't. And let's not pretend like you've entered some, conclave of progressive enlightenment in Baton Rouge.
I mean, Google can be your friend, Lane. He might have wanted to Google the origins of their nickname. It wasn't for Tigers.
Maybe they ought to cancel the LSU Tigers. Make them something else. Make them.
I guess it's.
Would that be funny if Tigers got canceled before Rebels?
You're one of Lee's bloodthirsty Confederate units.
I've always thought that, and I am a rebel, proud West High rebel, which had a lot. Our school had a lot of the same. What do you call it?
Confederate flags.
Beyond that, just
Old South
imagery.
Of
when it came to all that stuff, and
Old South's kind of touchy with people.
Yeah, well, they had to on both sides, right?
Yeah, probably.
Well, people just get really emotional about it, and but they had to cut back a lot of that. Just like when I went to West, it was a cool logo, I always thought, but I understand why you had to get rid of it.
Stars and bars?
No, it was the old Confederate guy with like the mustache.
Oh, the Colonel Reb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a cartoon. His hat was pulled down so you couldn't see his eyes. It was just this huge mustache and everything.
Yeah.
That was at center court. They got rid of that and everything, which I get. But it's like we talked about yesterday, like you're never going to satisfy everybody. But if you're Lane Kiffin, like why would you even go there?
Why even open that box?
Yeah, because you're opening yourself up as much as you are them.
I mean, dude, you're at LSU, Baton Rouge.
Yeah. You got paid a lot of money, Lane Kiffin, while the predominantly black teams that you were coaching were getting paid nothing.
Yeah.
All right. So we don't have to.
A lot's been told.
We don't have to lay out that was another good one. They had him, Kiffin.
As Candy?
No, they had him in between Samuel L. and DiCaprio.
Oh, he was
he's in the it was the same. It was the Django,
yeah.
But
a lot of lies been told around this table tonight.
Lane Kiffin, this freaking guy.
Vols are up. Levi Clark, 2-run homer.
Boy, he's playing so well, man.
That is Tennessee's 100th home run of the season. That makes 5 straight years with 100-plus home runs for Tennessee. That has never been done by any other SEC team.
Ain't nobody done that before.
Real quick, just before we move on, I do want to say Sarkisian's lucky I'm not Pete Golding. I would come out firing both barrels at that dude. I'd reference the fact that he's Otis Town drunk. I'm not taking.
That's a good point. I would go there.
I would absolutely call him
Pete Golding needs to craft a response. Like I hope he's got something coming for.
I can
for
write
all
one
these
for
people.
him and get it to him.
What do you think? I mean, Bob, you probably have more experience in big, corporate PR than me and Bear.
Would you let us write it?
Well, no. Do you just lay low your Ole Miss? Like anything you could say is just going to make it worse? Or I think you come back. I think you punch back. I would call him a drunk.
Well, I think you punch back. I don't think you call him a drunk. I just think there's ways you could get the message across about what attributes Ole Miss has, how wrongheaded it was. I wouldn't even pivot to what Sark said. I'd pivot more to what your former coach, who was there for 5 or 6 years, said. That's really the story. Sark's thing was just stupid. And I mean, it's almost like you don't even dignify that.
Some dried out drunken quitter. That's what he is. He's a
that's
quitter.
I would call them both that. I say, on one hand, we've got this lying, womanizing, born on third base, Nepo baby who's never won a damn thing in his life trying to come at us. And then on the other hand, we've got a drunken quitter, a buffoon who ain't won nothing either. Down there, a couple of stooges. I'd say
if I'm the fan base, they'd want Golding to come after Kiffin. I'm telling you, I just don't think Sark's comments are,
I bet Sark's comments, I think it pissed different people off.
Sure.
The underwater basket weaving. It's like, dude, you're the head coach of Texas.
By the way,
this.
I mean, Texas has higher academic standards than Ole Miss. Yeah.
Well, I bet they don't for the football team.
There's a kernel, if we're being honest, there is a kernel of truth in what both of them said.
Correct.
But does it need to be said? What happened to class in this? What happened to the high road?
Lane freaking Kiffin here, Russell.
Taking the high road. Nobody takes the high road.
Yeah.
Boy, Kiffin just stays on that low road, doesn't he?
Tennessee fans are pissed that that he doesn't want to feud with us anymore.
I don't think so. Maybe. Is there not a part of you that's kind of glad that we're sitting this one out?
I mean, we'll get it heated back up when he rolls up here with LSU.
Are we checking our own complicated racial history and making sure our own academic standards are up to par before we?
I mean, last time I checked, we got Josh Dobbs, Grant Williams.
Oh no, man!
Look,
there's good students that aren't getting in at UT right now. It's tough getting in there.
Not the case when me and my friends were there.
Obviously,
that was like. I mean, you went to that
bunch of damn morons up in Reese Hall circa 1998. Let me tell you,
that temple of upper education. Indiana State.
Oh yeah, classic commuter school. They had high standards. So
coming at me, Bobo.
They've forgotten what their academic mission is over there, or Bob. They're supposed to educate the children of Tennessee. Now they made it so damn hard. One of my nieces get ready to graduate with high honors from UT, and they didn't let her in her freshman year.
Well, that's the other thing.
She had to go to JUCO in Nashville.
There's a lot of. And I hear this from my wife, who's from the Northeast. There's a lot of kids from the Northeast now that want to have that SEC experience. So they're paying top dollar coming out of state to a school like Tennessee and others in the SEC. And that absolutely complicates things now.
Yeah. I'll tell you what surprised me. I didn't realize that really, really good academic students get not recruited like an athlete would, but they'll come after you to try and get you to come to school.
Oh, I had a coworker, this is about 10 years ago, who's, lifelong East Tennessean, Big Vol.
Right.
and he had a daughter that basically got recruited to Alabama. Alabama basically paid her to go to school there.
That's kind of what's going on with my
and he was like,
nieces right now.
He's like, hey man, like I'm a Vol through and through, but if they're going to pay for her to go to school, then I'm going to take it.
Yeah. One of my younger nieces, I mean, she got into FSU, Georgia, all the SEC schools and a bunch of ACC schools. And Georgia was a non-starter for me.
Your niece, like you think you have any say-so in where your niece goes to college?
But I did text her. I said, do not disappoint me. I said, anywhere but there.
Where'd she go?
Tennessee.
Oh.
It's in pre-med, starts this fall. She's not.
You had smart people in your family. What happened to you?
I don't know. My dad was a professor. My mom, everybody in my family are either teachers or professors.
And you're in here talking about horse farts with me.
Well, I could say the same for you. You've got 2 doctors in your immediate family.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in here talking about fart jokes with me. It's a middle-aged man that calls himself Bear. And Bob, I don't know what. I mean, what? This can't be how you envision, like the second part after you.
It is a pretty sad end to an illustrious career.
It's community
You're slumming with
service.
Yeah, my dinner table conversations are, I've got a brother who's a spinal surgeon. My other brother is like a
financial guy.
No, he's I don't know what he is. He's like a ecologist geologist of some sort. Travels
like
the world,
smart.
working with rocks and oil and stuff like that. So they'll be talking about what they did, and then I'm like, I made a meme of Lane Kiffin starring in Mississippi Burning.
Your parents were both medical.
They're like that. They're like, that's nice, Russell. Pipe down. Adults are talking. I'm chiming in from the kids' table. Ma, the meatloaf.
I sit at the kids' table by choice. This is I don't know. I was always like a rock star over there.
Jay Frady, 1170 says college football coaches have never known the high road. They are all pretty scummy, to be honest.
There's none sleazier than Lane Kiffin.
Are there any Rick Barneses in college football? Saw Dabo in the news.
Those guys don't
today.
Good. I don't know. Honest guys in football just they don't last very long.
Yeah, man. I'm maybe
Scraping the bottom of the barrel
you
here.
know what? The guy Michigan got, Whittingham, maybe.
Good guy.
Yeah, seems like it.
I mean, I think Heupel is a pretty good guy for college football, for a college football coach. I think there is a certain element of, look, you're not going to be successful doing that unless you are willing to
be ruthless and
not only that, but to accept that you are going to have some Boo Carters on your team. Some, there might be an Aaron Hernandez come through. You don't know. Like you might see the red flags and you got to look the other way and just hope for the best.
Billy O'Brien up at Boston College, they don't win anything.
Our 98 team, I mean, those weren't a bunch of choir boys. There's been a few.
What are you trying to say, Russ?
Just saying there's a couple of people who are no longer with us on this earth as a result of the actions of more than one guy on that team.
It was more one of them.
Wow.
I mean, it was drunk driving.
I just saw this.
Was Dante on the 98
makes
team?
Me wonder though.
I don't know. We're having 2 separate conversations happening, right? Are you
No.
fact checking yourself here, Bob?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Right now.
See, you should have next time you do that before you do the wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Right in the mic, because now
baby steps.
We're
man.
gonna pull it out of you.
I was saying the wow about Nick Abraham, who is 3 innings in, no hits, 3 strikeouts.
That's not what you were saying wow about. What were you saying wow about? What'd you get caught with? You got caught with a Kiffin meme?
Didn't get caught with anything. I didn't talk about anything. So
it's like Nathan Thurm. Remember that character? Martin Short.
Yeah.
What did you not talk about? What did you not get caught?
Who's talking about that? I'm not talking about that, Russ. Try selling to a circus desperately needs an opening act. I'm Bob. I didn't say that.
This Nick Abraham, though, 23 total pitches.
This guy.
Just pretending like it didn't happen, huh?
It didn't happen. That's the whole thing. It didn't happen.
What didn't happen?
Whatever it is you thought happened.
Okay. Gotcha. We had him and he wriggled off the hook.
He's slick.
He's becoming self-aware, Bob is. The AI is developing. Was it AI that almost got you, or was it a Richard G. West type?
Oh,
I'm sorry, that didn't almost get you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wink.
Nothing got me. So,
of course,
What almost got you, Bob?
What almost got me is this weather, man. I'm so ready for summer.
It's been a minute. It was when's the last time you got? September?
I don't know.
Because I was out in L.A.
I think it's been later than that, but
Kyle says, that's what I love about Coach Hype. He just keeps his mouth shut and keeps on working. Nose to the grindstone, Coach Hype. You don't need to get involved in this Lane Kiffin, Steve Sarkisian foolishness.
I'd love to get him off the record and get his opinion on it.
Kiffin's Hype's just over there drawing up ball plays.
Either they're talking smack to Barnes.
Any space he allows this Real Housewives of the SEC drama to take up in his brain that's just one more wrinkle to the playbook that can't be in there. He ain't got time for that.
So Pete Golding has said nothing. No response.
Not yet. I wish he'd clap back. Give us something to talk about.
I saw something that was we can't even talk about it on air. I don't know how.
Well, between Bob's tease and whatever that was, I mean, you guys are.
Well, they were somebody from Ole Miss was referencing Lane's daughter, relationships. Thought it was kind of hypocritical.
What
Lane was saying about Ole Miss.
Oh. Well,
what they were intimating about him.
Just move along here. Stay with us. The shocking conclusion of the drive coming up on many of these fan-run affiliates. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show. 966-3435. Back to wrap things up right after this.
The Drive. Tony Basilio, the official voice.
The Bear cruising with you here on a Tuesday afternoon. Alert listener Mike sent this in to me. So this is Tennessee baseball's RPI rankings the last 6 years, dating back to 2021, the year that Tennessee baseball blew up and went to Omaha. We went 21, 23, 24. Does that sound right? 3 times?
Yeah, that does sound right.
In 2021, we finished 6th. In 2022, we were number 1. In 2023, we were 12th. In 2024, we were number 1. In 2025, we were number 11. That was last year. And this year, as of right now, this could adjust a little bit, we're 32nd. So a steep drop-off. Again, this is a roster Tony built. We attribute that to Josh Elander learning curve, just figuring out what he's doing little by little, or is that a cause for wider alarm?
Yeah, I don't know. I
feel like we'll know next year.
Yeah.
I meant what I said. I can't remember the caller that I was talking to about this. It might have been Jack Foster, where I do feel like Josh has grown this year. And maybe I'll look back and say, I don't know what I was looking at, but I feel like he cuts a more striking, a more confident figure in the dugout now than he did at the beginning of the year. And he wasn't in the dugout, so he was on third base. I felt like he was still kind of just, it was almost like coach by committee, and it felt like you saw more of Geralman and in the dugout at times and it was just, I don't know, it was weird. And I feel like the past couple of weeks, not just the last weekend, but I feel like he just exudes more of an in-charge vibe in that dugout, which is good.
It looks more comfortable.
Yeah. And I think, look, you're going to learn things, man. When you go from the second chair to the first chair, like there's going to be a learning curve there. That's obviously happened. And I would hope that at the end of the year, he takes some time to reflect and be like, okay, like, what did I do? What have I learned this year? What did I do wrong? And maybe it was stuff that I didn't know I was doing wrong at the time because I'd never done it before.
I agree.
Mistakes I won't repeat in the future. And by the way, here's some other areas where I can grow as well.
Yeah, I agree. I just think this whole thing of I saw it again a little bit this weekend. They showed video of him walking from they do
to the outfield after the game.
Yeah, and he's all business, and people are like, why can't you just be excited? It's like, man, that's his style. Just stop trying to make him Tony.
By the way, Tony did that more often than not.
Yeah.
Like Tony, a handful of times you saw him go crazy after big series wins. Yeah.
Huge moments.
He wasn't sprinting to the outfield after winning the second game of a 3-game series in the middle of the season.
Yeah, it's like I'm more concerned about what he does with, like what you just talked about, in-game decision making, how he carries himself as a leader in the dugout, all those things. But some people have got to let go of Tony. I hate it. I love the guy too, but it's like, this guy is not Tony. He's just not going to be him.
I still do want to see Elander bite an ump's head off and get tossed
Sure,
at it.
I agree.
I would like to see him blow a gasket because we've never really seen that. And I think that's an important part, as Bobby Cox showed us, of being a baseball manager or head coach.
Right. And that'd go a long way with his guys too. I mean, that just closes the loop. They're all playing hard for him already, but man, it's like that's the kind of stuff you do that every once in a while. You don't have to be a lunatic, but you do that every once in a while. These guys will run through a wall for you then.
So with our fans especially, we love that kind of stuff. Borderline pro wrestling insanity. So
wouldn't you have loved to have heard Vitello mic'd up a couple of times doing that stuff?
Yeah, those guys are artists. Like I came across a couple of videos. You mentioned Bobby Cox, where he actually got caught on mic. I mean, some artists work in oils, others in clay. Bobby worked with
it's baseball.
Oh, they're going to foul
language is just different. Football, like you have foul mouth coaches and stuff too, but
it's not
baseball,
the level of artistry that baseball brings.
Yeah, it's strange. Like there's just a different vocabulary and
the way they can string insults together and words together that never thought about putting those two together. Pretty good.
It works, huh?
Everybody talks about, and Bobby Cox was obviously great. Earl Weaver.
Oh,
was one of the all-timers, man, with Baltimore.
Did you ever seen it? He would go nuts.
Oh yeah. There's some good YouTube. He was mic'd up at least once, and there's a epic YouTube video of him just going on like a 5-minute tirade, and you can hear the umpire responding to him.
Oh
too.
yeah, he was a big horse blank guy.
You go horse or bull? I go bull.
I'm more of a horse.
Really?
Yeah, it's horse.
Just the word bull is, it's guttural. I like it.
Yeah, I say some words that a lot of people won't say though.
Like what?
See you next Tuesday.
Let's talk to Daniel. Good afternoon, Daniel. You're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
Hey, Russell, how you guys going?
Going well, thanks.
Hey, just calling to say I really appreciate all the prayers going into round 4 of chemo. Still got all the hair, so doing so good so far.
Oh, man. Bless your heart.
This is Daniel, the guy almost he was leading King of the Brackets for a while.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's good to hear
I
you.
should have known appreciate it. Should have known my time might be coming short. When the older I've gotten, the more I've started to agree with some of Bear's takes, except all the communist stuff,
Oh, man.
Daniel.
Where are you doing your treatment, man?
In Knoxville, staying in-laws in Maryville. I live in Austin full time, but getting treatment in a UT Med right now for the next couple of weeks. But it's been going well.
Good.
Did have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think the war in Iran, the conspiracy by Sarkeesian, pump up the price of oil, increase Texas's NIL?
Oh, wow. That's a pretty good one.
Or do you check?
That's pretty sinister.
Maybe it is.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Hey, we're praying for you, Daniel. Hang in there, buddy.
Take care, buddy.
I just don't understand what. That's why I think Kiffin. I think they were in cahoots. Kiffin called us, but he's in that cool kids club.
I tell you what, if this is a Sark orchestrated conspiracy, then what he said, maybe they are raising some rocket surgeons down there in Texas, because that's next level stuff.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd be shooting my mouth off if I had Sark's baggage. But the people I spar with on a daily wouldn't. I feel like there's no depths that most of the guys at Fan Run wouldn't go to when under attack to strike back.
Well,
I'd be very careful.
I'm just glad that Lane was able to escape that cauldron of oppression that was Ole Miss. That must have been very hard for him that whole time that he was there,
I may have to bite the bullet and join the Ole Miss. I got to get more of the Ole Miss message boards.
Now that he's in the more, shall we say, accepting environment of Baton Rouge.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully he can make meaningful progress in his life's work of fighting the evil scourge of American racism in the Deep South. And
yeah, down there, as a crow flies, what is he, like under 100 miles from the old New Orleans slave auction blocks?
Hey, man.
Where they sold people as chattel.
Hey.
Fresh off the boat from Western Africa.
I just think the yoga has made him so contemplative.
He's just elevated. He's on a higher plane than the rest of us.
He's a horse's ass.
He's in his own thoughts now. And,
he should quit football. He should walk away from the game. Think of all the good he can do as a social justice advocate. He could be leading marches, bringing people together.
If I were Golding, I would have already attacked Sark on being a lush, and I would have asked Kiffin if he ever paid Lexus in Knoxville back for that car he crashed.
Oh, that's good.
In the ditch.
Yeah, could go there.
And then I'd ask him what the girl's name was that was supposedly riding with him. I'm dirty, man.
I'd ask him, what is the deal with you and Layla? Are you or are you not?
Is she forgiving you for sleeping around?
You were married, and then you're divorced, and then your wife moves to Oxford to be near you and moves to Baton Rouge from Oxford, with you, but you're not married.
Your ex-wife.
Yeah. It's following you around.
It's kind of weird. Most guys, ex-wives, they don't really hang out anymore. It's been my experience.
Like they've got a kid, he's playing football or whatever.
You see him at games, you're polite.
Well, even if you do it quite like I'm not hanging out with the ex.
Yeah, I mean, is she like living with Lane?
I don't know.
I mean, they've been photographed together. Like they're pretty close. Like they're hanging out.
And part of me doesn't blame him. I mean, she's still a smoke show.
Do you bring if he have a younger girlfriend for a minute?
Yeah, it was like only a few years older than his daughter.
Do you bring her around, Layla?
I don't know.
How does that go?
I don't know.
Lane Kiffin, man.
Lane freaking Kiffin.
It is going to be so funny when he inevitably flames out. Whether it's year 1 or year 7, like how this ends with Lane Kiffin. We've seen this movie.
Oh, horrible.
Al Davis tried, like he was the first one to wave the red flag. Like
he called him a liar
on that overhead projector.
It was beautiful.
He knew, and this crazy crackpot old Al Davis.
He told Tennessee they were.
And then we found out. We tried to tell everybody. It's just a bunch of crazy redneck Tennessee fans. What? Then USC found out. Then Florida Atlantic found out. Saban found out.
He locked him out of the state. He had the security guards go around and chain the gate so he couldn't come in, and then he fired him. The week before, cost himself probably another national championship.
I mean, we all knew the crazy girl in high school but she was hot enough that dudes wanted to date her.
Yeah.
But after a while, Lane Kiffin he's not the hot chick anymore. Kind of dried up. He's been passed around 8 times. He's the village bicycle. Everyone's had a ride.
And the best team he ever has.
He walked out on him. Quit.
Could he have gotten him to the Final Four like Golding did? Who knows? We'll never know.
I don't know. Didn't one of his players punch him? One of his USC players? Remember that story?
Oh yeah, when he was at the Sun Bowl with the sombrero, and he did have a sombrero on.
Yeah,
with the sunglasses,
and he got tarmacked. But yeah, didn't he have a black eye or something?
I just can't wait to see it all crumble.
Bad breaker up or Lane Kiffin?
Oh man,
he's such a sleaze.
It's going to be funny. Then surely this is the last one, right? Surely this is the last.
I don't know where he goes from here. He's had almost all of the most prestigious jobs, and he was head coach of the Oakland Raiders, head coach at Tennessee, head coach at Ole Miss, offensive coordinator at Alabama.
Guy moves the needle, though. I'm just looking here. College Game Days announced their first 2 shows of the season. Their opening season, week 1, they'll be in Baton Rouge for Clemson at LSU.
I hope Dabo pounds his eyes shut.
Yeah, they're going to be in Oxford.
And you better, by the way, if you're Dabo Swinney and you've been there forever and there's no excuse. I know it's going to be a night game in Death Valley, but come on. Yeah. It's his first year there. You better jump on him.
Yep.
What's the second game day?
Ohio State at Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, I'd love to. I wonder what the requests are going to be like from media to cover the Ole Miss LSU. Yeah, Wallace. That's where Wallace will be in Oxford that night.
I mean, just look, if Clemson and Ole Miss beat them and they lose to Texas A&M, they could be 1-3 heading into McNeese State. How funny would that be?
Pretty funny.
All right, that's going to do it. Time flies when you're talking sports with your buddies. For Bob and Bear, I am merely Russell Smith. Have a great evening. We'll do it again tomorrow right here on Fan Run Radio.